Hey, I just got back from lunch. Did you finish that report yet?
Well, not exactly. Still working on it. I'm not finished just yet. I got a little sidetracked, but I will get them to you first thing this afternoon.
It is first thing this afternoon.
Well, yeah, I understand that, but I mean, I am working on
But
it. I'll have.
what do you mean that the report isn't finished yet?
I'm still in the process of working on it. I've just been a little distracted.
Distracted. Our meeting starts in an hour.
I can have it.
No. What were you doing? Were you listening to another hunting podcast again? I swear, I give the staff in this office the freedom to do whatever they want to do as long as they meet a deadline. That is the first bullet underneath your job description. Pays attention to detail and deadlines. And deadlines. Dude, are you even listening to me right now?
Welcome to episode 180 of the Whitetail Distraction Podcast. My name's Austin, and joining me in the pod port, Chuck Edlin. How you doing, buddy?
Good, man. What's going on?
You.
We here.
We here.
We out here, dog. There's not much going on. Feeding some of our local deer.
Nice.
You know?
Nice.
Yeah.
I can jive on that.
Some good ones coming back.
Oh, yeah, dude. I just saw on Facebook earlier today. You should have seen this deer that got killed down in 2B.
Oh, really?
Hit by a car. Giant,
Hate
buddy.
to see it.
Giant.
Hate to see it.
It's the beginning of, July.
Mm-hmm.
That thing was a
Studley.
stud.
That's a shame.
Probably 6 or 7 inch brows on it.
That sucks.
Yeah, it was a big
That was
bummer.
probably going to be the one I was going to hunt this year and kill.
Probably, man.
What a shame.
Oh, man.
Now I can't.
No, you can't. All right, well,
That's all right.
find something else.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, it'll be good. Did you get your doe tags?
No.
No.
But I will soon.
Yeah, make sure you get second round's coming up on the 22nd.
Yeah, I think I got like 2 more days of the guaranteed first round. I'm not worried about the first round, but
There's some 2G sold out in like 8 hours.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
That was one of those special
That was one of the
ones.
special ones,
Mhm.
yeah.
I don't even know where that
I think it's Erie.
is. It really?
Or is that one?
I don't
I
know.
don't know. One of them. One of them sold out real quick.
Yeah, there was a few of them and that's why they did it that way, is because those are ones that sell.
Oh,
quickly.
yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Well, we got the Whiskey and Whitetail boys back on for
Yeah,
episode
man.
number 20.
Very cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you guys listen to this on theirs, it is the same episode. Sorry, you can just listen again.
That is correct.
But the audio was a little funky for whatever reason. Just there was the internet issues, and
Errors on
whatnot.
occasion. Yeah, we had some problems with it at
It is
first,
what
but
it is.
got it all figured out at one point, and
Yeah.
it happened again. I don't know what
Yeah.
happened.
Oh well. You can, if you want it all perfectly clean, you listen to ours for our audio, and then switch to theirs for their audio, and you just keep going back and forth.
Or just switch over to theirs. It's probably all fine.
Theirs is a little better for sure. But
No big deal. No big deal.
it's still good stuff. Those guys are awesome. Love having them on. Always great to have them.
Always turns into a multi-hour
Yeah.
excursion with those guys. I mean, it's just, we get along very well. Let's just put it that way.
To say the least.
Yeah.
Happy 4th of July, by the way, buddy.
Yeah. Happy 4th to you too, man.
Happy America.
I'm wearing my red, white, and blue. You're wearing your white and blue
Yeah, I don't
with
have any
red undies.
They're gray.
They're gray.
Do have a pair of red undies.
Close enough. I'm colorblind.
Superman undies. No, I'm just kidding.
That's hilarious.
Well, let's get through the partners to biz right quick,
Yes.
and we'll get right in that episode.
And
'cause
we'll
it's a
get
little,
right into
little
that.
longer episode.
A little longer. I want to touch on the outlet for Scree Gear, man.
Okay.
I mean, it's just been a wild year. Everything's going up in price, but you know what's staying steady?
Yeah. Scree gear
freaking
and the outlet.
Outlet on Scree Gear. Their gear is going down in price while everybody's is going up, but you know what? Their outlet, the mainstays. You can get merino on there. You can get pants on there. You can get shirts, gaiters,
It's crazy.
all kinds of stuff. And it's just so reasonably priced. Like these hard scrabble pants, the ones that both of us have, the version 1, $64.
That's the best sell on there. I was going to say that's definitely number 1 in my books for the best sell on them.
For an absolutely great pant too. All the colors. You can get the solid colors. You can get the Summit. You can get the Solus. Hard to beat, man.
Hell yeah. What do we got next? VIP Archery.
VIP Archery.
It's a fine looking broadhead you got there.
Tried and true, man. Combat.
Yeah, it's the way to go.
Freddy Krueger.
Yeah, I got some brand new ones, nice and ready to go for this season. So I'm looking forward to it. It's still my favorite broadhead of all time.
Yeah, it's my favorite of all time too, man. I'm building some new arrows right now, so I got to grab another pack of them and be ready to rock and roll. We'll be good.
Hells to the yes.
Hell yeah. Rolling right into Back 40
Oh.
Seed Co., man.
Looks like you picked the B40 hybrid.
The B40 hybrid, man. Rape, chicory, clover, best of all the worlds, man.
Yeah, that is a solid lineup.
Look at that planting season, man.
Well, that's the best part. April through September, you can plant any time. I was just looking at their post. We reposted it on Instagram that they were talking about doing fall planting as well.
Yeah.
As opposed to trying to do anything now in the summer when it's just dog hot heat. Like, it's not a very good time to try to plant things with inconsistent rain.
That's right.
They said plant it in the fall and get that thing up and running. It's the best way to go, man.
It's the best way to go.
We got Booer in here for surprise guest for the next episode. I guess we just ruined that surprise. And he's making all kinds of noises. So let's wrap this thing up and let's get to the next episode with Mr. Braden Booer. But this one here is not Braden Booer. So sorry, guys. You're going to have to wait another week to listen to this crazy man talk. We have to talk to the great Whiskey and Whitetail boys.
Let's go.
No, you're good now because we're live. Yeah, drunk kickball is like when... So it's like a sports league for basically degenerates.
Yeah.
And you join a team. So you pay like a thing and all you get out of it is like a shirt. And then they email you like, this is the team you're on and like the schedule. And you just show up and you usually get there early. You like drink, get pretty hammered. And then usually like some people will have, like if you get a home run or whatever, we'll all take a chug. We'll all chug or shotgun a beer or whatever.
I love that.
So you end up by the end of the game, you're pretty trash. But then our team was only just for drinking. We just came out to socially drink. So we never won a single game. Like we lost every single game.
So awesome.
I imagine
we had a guy that
go ahead, Matt.
He would bring this bag of wine and he'd play slap the bag by himself.
Oh yeah.
And couldn't even Gus saw him, dude couldn't even stand up like at the end of it. Trashed.
And you're just holding up a bag and just
Wow.
trying to get the last bit of
It's a blast.
I was gonna say
Dude's a legend, man.
Yeah.
That is hilarious. They make those bags of Twisted Tea now too. You can slap the bag with the old Twisted
really?
Tea.
Oh, yeah.
Dude.
We used to bring that on the river float like every year. That was the thing. We would throw the bag around from canoe to canoe and you'd slap the bag and take a little guzzle.
I mean, all the time. Everybody's got one in their cup holder.
Oh
Except
man.
me.
So I was listening to this one podcast. I don't remember which one it was, but apparently some guy farted and his colon fell out.
What?
That was us.
Yeah, I know it was.
That's podcast material.
I missed the podcast Monday. Is that what you're referring to?
It was awesome.
Son
It
of
was
a
so
bitch.
funny.
I meant to listen to that one. I missed it.
I literally laughed out loud. People at work like stopped and they were like, dude, what is wrong with you? I'm like, listen, some guy's colon fucking fell out.
It happens.
It
He
happened.
sneezed and coughed at the same time, or farted and coughed at the same time, or something like that.
Yep, that's exactly it. Yep.
Rough.
Oh,
It just fell out.
Yeah. He had
Yeah.
surgery
to-
and his
to
doctor
fix
told
it.
him that the staples and the sutures or whatever were healed and it should be fine. And he just like farted and sneezed real hard at one time and it shit just like plopped out of it. Yeah. Just like you're just like out at lunch and the next thing you know, you got your guts coming out of your side. It's pretty wild.
I was in a car
It's on a
with my
fucking Tuesday
with my
or something.
bosses for 6 hours. We should just put the podcast on.
It's pretty
That would
funny.
have been a great one to listen to.
You'd
with
have
my
loved
two,
it.
with my two bosses in the car. Yeah,
They'd have been fine with it. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
Being in a car with supervisors for that long sounds about like it would be as painful as having your colon fall out of your abdomen.
Honestly,
Yeah.
they're two like the best dudes on the planet. It was actually pretty fun. Like here's a perfect example. 90% of the car ride was us just talking about that Hawk 2 girl. Okay, so and if you haven't seen that yet, God bless you because it's everywhere.
Yeah, that came up in our Patreon today. It's so played out already. I'm already sick of it.
Oh
I
yeah.
know.
Could you imagine if that was your daughter or
Oh,
your
that's-
girlfriend?
yeah, that's what we
or
talked
your
about.
sister or
Imagine I said, imagine her dad showing up to work like Monday morning after that thing went viral.
oh yeah.
And like, dude, how do you even like live with yourself after that? That'd be horrible.
Oh my gosh.
Especially if you work with somebody like me, because I'm bringing that shit up.
Things on loop on every TV.
Oh yeah,
Every meeting.
it is funny though.
Mm-hmm.
And her accent makes it funnier.
It does. It does. It's so good. My wife did not get the humor. But
Really?
yeah, she was not about it. I don't think women, appreciate the humor as much as men do on that subject. But man, was it fucking. We got 3 dirty ass guys talking about it on the way to freaking Northern Virginia, worst place in the world. Screw that place.
I hate Virginia.
Nova.
I'm gonna pour some Redbreast, 12-year-old cash strength.
Ooh, nice.
Started with that. I haven't had it in a while, so I was gonna revisit it.
I feel like you need a juicy steak with that.
I had quite a large omelet this morning, so I'm still full from that.
Quite a large omelet, man. I haven't had an omelet. That sounds tremendous.
I've
It's
been
bacon,
eating it
egg, and
forever.
cheese. Well, the egg is obvious.
Yeah.
The egg is up.
You need the egg. I feel like every once in a while I'll catch a bead of sweat, and that's like my dinner right now. A bead of sweat.
Yum.
Are you hungry? You want me to make you something?
Yeah, could you just whip something up for me real quick mid podcast?
I can bring you out. Dude, I made hand cut French fries. There's still some in there.
No,
You want
you're
them?
good, buddy. I have a steak waiting for me at home.
Okay. All right. I'll go make you something real
Can't
quick.
wait. Big old ribeye.
Yum.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, that's the best.
Dude,
That is the best.
Yeah, I'm a big ribeye guy.
I'm a fan. I think New York strips a little bit better.
The
What?
strips are good,
No.
Yeah.
but I like more fat in the ribeye personally.
Okay.
And it's
Yeah.
like, dude,
What about you guys? What's your preferred cut of meat?
Ribeyes.
Yeah, ribeyes.
Ribeye, 100%.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
good. I'm a
100%.
fan. There's no one's ever said they
Well, I'm
didn't
actually
like
getting
a
ready
ribeye.
to make a fact. I'm actually going to make a YouTube video on how to buy a whole ribeye from Costco and cut it up. I filmed it all and talked it all. Just got to put it together.
That's a tremendous idea.
But it ended up being $13 a steak.
yeah.
Yeah, that's
So,
good.
I just did that for the last 2 times I got steaks, and there's a place locally here that we get meat from, and it's
The meat guys?
the meat guys. And
Yeah.
dude, I got a whole tenderloin. It was like $10 a pound, and I made 20 steaks out of that thing.
Nice.
So it was a 16-pound hunk. I made, for $160 roughly. I made 20 steaks. How do you beat that?
Yeah.
And they're 3/4 to an inch thick, and the things are
Yeah.
freaking giant. Like, you get the whole tail on it too with all that fat and stuff whenever you buy it whole. Like, they trim it up whenever you don't realize they trim that shit off whenever you get an actual ribeye somewhere.
It's good grind.
Yeah, they use it for grind or whatever, and
Yep.
they'll take a couple pieces and make it out of kebabs maybe. But dude, I'm like, screw that.
Yeah.
Give me all that fat. I love it. Shit melts like butter too. It's so damn good.
I make tallow. I've got jars of tallow.
Do you really?
I got one in my fridge right now. Yeah.
We got a slight delay here. Yeah. I cut out. So I cut. You'll see in the video, but I cut them all up, and I cut like 2-inch steaks, and then I retrim them at the end and put everything I trimmed into an Instant Pot, and then I cook it in an Instant Pot, and then I just strain it out, and then I cook it again, and then I use cheesecloth and put it into a mason jar, and then I use like a turkey baster. Once it settles, and I go down and just suck the water out of it, and then that's it.
That's a great idea.
Way more effort than I put into it.
That's okay. That's a great freaking idea,
But-
man. I'm gonna try that.
I did save a little bit though, and I'm going to
Thing
use
is
it.
though, with a big cut of meat like that.
Hmm?
Oh, sorry. So with a big cut of meat like that, you only got to do that process like once,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and you're
Yeah.
good for a couple months because it makes a lot.
Yeah, I would.
Well, boys, what do we want to get into today?
This delay is weird.
This is our third time. Yeah, it's a little bit like jumpy on our end too. Like you guys will get froze and then come back. So it's probably where
I'm
that
just
delay's
gonna
coming from.
turn. Hold on, let me take you one.
Fix it real quick.
Fix that thing. See, I'm stuck on it now. I can't. Did it actually fix anything?
There's a lightning bug in.
And we're back. I was gonna say, cheers, boys, to the summer solstice. It's today.
Hey,
Look at
Look
that.
at
This is at
Huh.
6 o'clock, I think.
cool.
Cheers.
We missed it.
Summer solstice.
First day of summer.
Yep. And tomorrow is the Midsummer Festival. You ever heard of this?
I haven't.
Where's that at?
It's in
Everywhere.
Sweden.
Sweden.
Yeah. So there's a movie called Midsummer. It's aggressive. So
It's aggressive.
those wildest movies I've ever seen, man. It's it's like a horror film, but it's not quite a horror film. It's like shock and awe for sure. But it just gets worse and worse and worse. And then by the end of it, you're like my wife turned and looked at me and she's like, I don't know that I signed up for this. I was like, yeah. I was like, you should watch it. Is the point?
Midsummer.
I'm on it. Write that down.
Sweden. I don't have a pen. Oh yeah, I do.
Oh yeah,
No,
you
we're
do.
good.
Oh my gosh, I'm like karate chopping.
That was.
I gotta say it.
that was aggressive.
That was aggressive. Feeling aggressive today. Ah,
Summer solstice.
So listen to y'all's podcast. You've been traveling a bunch, and in Florida, I guess.
Mhm.
We've been all over the place.
We have been all over the place. Sometimes for work, sometimes for play. Most recent season would be turkey season.
Mm-hmm.
It's all over the place for turkey. Not as far as usual, but I hit a bunch of states this year. It was fun. It was a good time.
Was it fruitful?
What's that?
Fruitful?
Fruitful.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. I shot 2 birds in Virginia, 1 in West Virginia, and 1 in Pennsylvania. So
Nice.
yeah, there's only 3 states I actually hunted.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty good.
But I traveled a bunch, like to West Virginia a bunch of times. Hunted a bunch of days this year, man. Like a lot of days. Had some people come up, travel up here, so it was fun running around in the woods. Sometimes without even a gun, just calling turkeys in.
Yeah. Patreon camp was successful. It
Mhm.
was pretty good. Good turnout. Bunch
Yeah.
of birds.
Yeah.
All kinds of fun stuff.
Yeah, we
Oh,
gotta
yeah.
get you guys up for a camp to do something like that at some point. Whether it's deer or turkey,
Boogie now.
that'd be good.
Yeah, we're down.
Yeah, turkey or deer for sure. We do a deer hunt this year.
We
Yeah.
can do deer hunt this year.
I think we were already talking about maybe even going back down to West Virginia for deer, just because everyone has a license there already. Do a deer camp there. There's nice cabins. It's just easy to do it that way. But I would love to have one in Pennsylvania, like up my camp, but it would be tough to host it up there. It's not near travel anywhere. It would be tough logistically, and then I'd have a bunch of guys running around my woods. So it's like trying to pitch that to my dad, who already hates everyone. It's like, good luck, right?
Yep.
So it'd just be easier, I guess, to go down to West Virginia again.
Oh, yeah.
It's in the talks, but we'll see what happens.
I've got a good friend just right there on the border of West Virginia and PA. He'd want to come.
Heck yeah.
He's a Patreon guy as well.
Heck yeah.
Well,
That's
met
awesome.
him. Well, he met Brian. He came
Oh
down
yeah,
to
you
the
met
show.
Brian. Yeah, at Great American Outdoors.
Very cool.
That's who lives down there on the border.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Okay.
He lived in West Virginia for a while and then moved to PA for some reason.
Because it's
Better.
better. Not really. It really isn't. It really isn't. I don't think it is. We get taxed harder on everything. I mean, it's just terrible here. It truly is. Better deer,
I figured-
maybe, but
I figured he didn't fit in since he didn't marry his sister. Eh.
that's why he left West Virginia.
That's why.
Yeah.
Well,
After a certain age, if you haven't married your sister, they actually make you leave.
rolls be rolls.
Rules be rules.
That's it, man. Them's the rules.
We didn't make them. We just enforce them.
That's right.
Yeah. We wanted to pitch y'all the thing we wanted to tell you about. So we have our 200th episode coming up
Damn.
in
Hey-o.
August, I think, or September.
September, I think, late September.
So I was thinking it'd be fun if we did kind of like the Patreon combined. So like we do an episode together for our episode 200, and then we give our Patreon, your Patreon time slots. Like we'll send them a Google sheet and they just come in and say, this is the time that I want to talk, and give everybody like 10, 15 minutes. Just come in and talk, but we're going to do it live on YouTube. So whatever happens, and just make like an event out of it. Make it fun.
That sounds
Absolutely.
fun, man.
That'd be a blast, dude. That'd be a damn good time.
Threaten me
That's-
with a good time.
That's a good timetable too, because it's like far enough after me having my child that I should be able to definitely do that.
You'll be ready to like party too, so you'll butt chug a bottle of booze. It'll
Fucking
be great.
right. Like
Down here, you do me, I'll do you.
Oh, that'd be great. So you guys are gonna fly us down there then for that, right?
No,
What do
unless
you
his
mean?
Wi-Fi isn't fixed.
In person's always better. You
No.
know that.
Count me in, man.
Cool.
Yeah, that'd be a blast. I don't know when we'll hit that. It'll be about
We're coming up about the same.
Same
we're
time
just
frame.
slightly behind because we got knocked off with turkey season.
Yeah.
We're bad.
I think this is 180 for us. So
Yeah.
we start putting some episodes
Oh, yeah.
together. We can get there.
Yeah.
This is 187 for us. Oh, that'd be cool if we did 200 at the same time.
Yeah. Or
We
even-
got to just start cranking. That's all.
Yeah, well, probably not going to happen. Let's be honest. So, like I just mentioned, there's a child on the way.
There is a child on the way. It's okay.
Remote.
You
That's
got
what
to
I
sit
do.
down and
remote.
hustle.
That's it.
Hustle
man.
before you do it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, we should just do
Yeah,
that. Get
backlog the shit out of
a
them.
backlog,
There
man.
you go.
Yeah. That's not a bad idea.
No. Well, even though it's the first day of summer, boys, you got to have deer on your mind right now. I don't know about you guys, but we're about to kick off our 12-week Patreon challenge, archery challenge.
Yes.
Next week. We have an archery shoot this weekend that we hit every year, Camo Cares, which is going to be a blast. But we're going to do that. And it's like starting to think about bows and shooting and different things, man. It gets me fired up for deer season. You guys, when do you start? August or September?
August 15th.
Jeez,
That's my
early.
anniversary.
August 15th.
I should commemorate it
imagine?
by going hunting in
Yeah.
South Carolina.
Babe, you want to go to South Carolina?
It's rough.
I bet.
But you're more than welcome to come. We had go ahead, go. I'll let you explain it.
We've done it multiple times. We've had folks come down just, enamored at the idea of chasing bucks in early, mid-August that are still in velvet. And of the 3 times we've done it, none of those 3 have gone past 2 sits. It's just too fucking hot and miserable.
Yeah, it's a hot one.
If it turns into a beach trip, it turns into a beach trip, right? I mean,
well, it's what happens is they get there and we hang out the first night, hunt in the morning, take a break, hunt the evening. And by the time they come in that evening, they're like, so what's there to do in Trustin? Like, what else is there to do? Because by that point, they're just soaking wet. It's miserable. The mosquitoes are bad. The snakes are bad. The spiders are bad. But, I mean, to be honest with you, it's still, as miserable as it is, I still love going on opening day just because it's opening day.
Oh,
Just being out there and doing it. Like, you kind of have to. After the first day, first sit, I'm like, all right, I'm good till October when it cools off.
Yeah, pump the brakes.
This year it's on a Thursday this year, so I usually take the day off and go hunt the evening at least. They hunt the morning.
I feel like you have to, right?
Yeah.
It's opening day. You have to.
It's a necessity. See, it's funny. Like, you guys open August 15th. I think we're going to open end of September this year.
Yeah, I don't know if it's like I think it's the 29th, maybe.
29th
It's a
or something
Saturday.
like that,
We always
yeah.
open on a Saturday.
And we're going to be complaining that it's going to be like 82 degrees.
Well,
probably.
it's hit or miss, man. Honestly, it's hit or miss. Like, our opening day, the last probably 4 years has been like in the 30s.
Yeah, it's been
in the
wild.
morning in the
Yeah.
30s. Like, probably the best, most prime weather you could ask for mid rut.
Yeah.
But it's opening day and it's still early October, late September, and like deer are not moving.
No.
Like, they're still not
No.
moving. You're thinking, oh my God, it's gonna be. I mean, they are. Don't get me wrong. The deer are moving, but like, you try to get out in there in the morning and expect like this excess of movement, but it's still late September, early October. Like, you're not gonna get what you expect out of it. But
No.
Yeah,
So I'll put it to you this way: I pulled up last
see the
year.
lightning bug.
Did you see one?
Did you?
There's a bug. He's on the wall above Chuck's head.
No, that was just me. I had an idea.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, it was just,
Such a little light, buddy.
that was a small idea.
I'm sorry. That's good.
Last year at 5 p.m. it was 93 degrees. Well, I can tell you that would be so
The humidity.
3-mile-per-hour wind, 93 degrees, and I bet you the humidity was over. It was 100%.
It was
But it's
gusty.
like the bugs, the mosquitoes. I mean,
Yeah.
the wind doesn't blow the bugs away, so you just get tore up by mosquitoes the whole time. That's the worst part, really, is the mosquitoes.
Yeah, that's probably the most annoying part of the heat in early season is mosquitoes.
Yeah. I haven't noticed them
And it
being
can-
that bad yet this year. Here.
Oh, it's bad.
Is it?
We had a super wet like spring, and it's been bad.
I haven't got bit by one yet.
I have.
Sorry.
On my leg.
Oh, my leg. My la pierna.
It depends though. We just had like a month of pretty dry shit, and it's been really hot. Like this week, all week, it's been in the 90s. It's been pretty steamy. That kind of changes your mood about getting ready for deer season. But I guess if it's you guys, like, it's just always hot. You just got to deal with it.
It kind of just is what it is at this point. I think I'm not gonna say we're used to it, but I think we can tolerate it. I mean, we have work days, and I mean, I got to go out and put cameras out. I might do some of that Saturday, but I got to go put cameras out and kind of I got to rent a tiller and start putting seed in the ground. But yeah.
I will be rattlesnake hunting Sunday, and it's supposed to be 90 that day as well.
I will not be there.
We're just going to go in the morning and then make it back by midday. There's no reason to be out there midday. The snakes aren't going to be out on rocks or anything. It's just too hot. They don't spend enough time out on the rocks. But if you get there, like, if it's warm out and you get there right at daybreak, we should see.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Are you keeping the skin?
So we haven't kept one yet. Last year we kind of bitched out. I'm going to be honest with you. We found 2. They have to be legal snakes. Like, there's an actual measurement. They have to be males. We found 2 last year that were legitimately 100% legal snakes. I think it's like over, I don't even
42 inches, I think.
Yeah, 42 inches and
Male.
21 subcaudal scales. That's what I think it is. You have to count them to make sure it's a male. And these ones were Dude, every bit of high 50, like big snakes. And we forgot our pillowcases, so we didn't have anything but our backpacks. And I'm like, do you really feel like putting a snake in your backpack and walking out with it that way?
That sounds great.
No. No, this thing is attached to my back. And then we're like, well, what do you do with it? Like, taxidermy is not cheap. Even if you just get it, freeze dried, it's still not cheap. They put a price per foot on those snakes, and it's like ridiculous.
You eat them and you make a belt.
That'd be cool.
There you go.
It's an idea.
The reason I'm asking is because I've got a depredation tag 4-foot tail, gator tail in my garage right now. Just the tail's 4-foot depredation tag. And I've got it sitting in a saltwater solution, and I've bought everything you need to tan reptiles.
Okay.
So I was going to say, if you kill one, just load that thing down with salt and roll it up real tight and like ship it to me.
Okay.
And I'll like overnight it or something, and I'll play with it.
I would be way more willing to do something like that and just like have the skin like pinned up or something.
Yeah,
and that would be ideal. I would definitely do that. I have this thought in the back of my mind how cool it would be to have like this little, like pedestal with like some rocks and little things of grass and then like a coiled up rattlesnake up with the tail. I think that would be pretty freaking dope to have in your house.
Where are you going to put it? You got a brand new kid coming that's going to throw it on the floor.
Yeah, that's a good point. We'll hang it.
Just get the
It's
skin.
also expensive.
Yeah, it's too expensive, but that option you're giving me is actually legitimate. And why have I been paying for a rattlesnake stamp the last 5-6 years if I'm not going to keep one?
You're just a psycho. You like to go find snakes.
You're right.
Send it to me. I'll tan it and I'll send it back. And I just want to do it. I have enough stuff now to do like 40 snakes. So,
So like what I would have to do is basically just cut it down the middle. And
yes, like you gotta use like scissors so you can really keep it in the middle and just slowly make your way all the way down
the belly. And
that way it's yeah.
Okay. Take it off the meat and then just salt the shit out of it.
Yep, just soak it in salt and then just roll it up and like tie it together, rubber bands or whatever, and just ship it to me. Just get it to me quick before it starts to rot.
Right.
You could also freeze it and then literally drop it off at the post office for like 2-day air frozen, and then by the time it gets to me, it'll be thawed out, but it won't be rotten yet.
Yeah, I could do that. There's some little freezer packs in there with it.
Yeah, you could do that.
Yeah.
Gus, you're super quiet about this. How do you feel about snakes, my man?
I like snakes when I see them first. I'm not going to probably actively go looking for them, but I think they're pretty fascinating. I mean, if I know where one is, I might go look for it and to see it, but I'm not going to go overturning rocks and stuff. It's just not my.
Nah, it's not really
not my thing.
Yeah, that's not really. It's not really what we do either. Like, I'll be honest with you, you're mostly just walking. Like most of rattlesnake hunting is just you're taking a hike in the wilderness in some of the most beautiful parts of Pennsylvania that you could ever imagine because they're so remote. Like there's nothing else there. So you'll see bears, you see all kinds of stuff, but you're basically just walking and looking on top of these giant rocks. Like these things are giant glacier rocks.
So is snake hunting just a way cooler way to say going for a hike?
Pretty much. But you're looking for,
timber rattlers,
a venomous snake that
copperheads.
Most people in their life probably that live here don't even realize that that they exist in our state. Like people, when I tell them that, they are so blown away that there's rattlesnakes in Pennsylvania, and there's a lot. And there's good ones here too. Like there's actually big snakes here. But
what kind of rattlesnakes do you have?
Timber,
and then a really rare eastern Masagua rattlesnake.
Yeah,
it's in like kind of our area right here. Actually, it's a really small subset of them.
They're more of a swamp type rattlesnake.
That's exactly what it is.
It's a swamp snake. Yeah, much smaller. Much smaller. You can't.
Smaller. Okay.
Yeah, they're endangered. You can't.
It's like a pygmy rattler.
Yeah.
But then you have pygmy rattles.
Pygmy rattle. I saw one time.
Do we? We don't have them.
Have those here?
Yeah, we do.
We do.
Yeah, we're in the area.
Pygmies. I didn't know we had pygmy. That's interesting. I've yet to find a copperhead either, but we have them as well. So
they like pine needles.
Oh
yeah.
Okay.
I used to have a video. If I can find it, I'll look through it tonight. If I can find the video or the picture, I'll send it to you guys. But I have a picture from a ladder stand that I climbed up into, and over the course of the evening as the sun set, the ground underneath me just came alive, and I lost count of separate copperheads at around 11.
Oh my God.
And it just in the general area around me, just watching them move around. And I don't know how I got in there without bumping into any of them or what was going on. But when I got down from the ladder stand, I had eyes on 4. I had to navigate and just kind of keep distance from. And I've never sat back in that stand again.
Yeah, you had 7 missing at that point. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, unaccounted for.
They were all heading behind me, like towards the back. So like, I don't know the habits of snakes. I don't know when they go out, or maybe they were heading into the dark stuff to go hunt, or maybe I don't fucking know. I just know that there are way too many of them to make me comfortable.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of copperheads. You know, I don't mind rattlesnakes. They are very timid, docile creatures. Like, they just mind their own business. Really, you're just getting in their way. Like, they just want to get away from you. Whenever you grab them or you find them, you pick them up, you put them on the rock. They're not snapping at you, trying to bite you or anything. They just try to slither away. Like, that's all they want to do. Yeah. But it's amazing how powerful they are. Like, when you have them in the grippers, they will just like work their way through that gripper. And like, if you put their body on the rock, the amount of force they can pull from the rock is it's incredible. It really is.
Yeah, if you work them for like 20, 30 minutes before you start messing with them, you can almost pick them up bare hand. Like, they're not really that big of a deal.
Yeah.
So it's funny that you say that, because what is it up in Benezet? Is it what's the roundup called?
Oh, they have one. It's not
at Cinemahoning.
They have a big event.
Cinemahoning rattlesnake roundup, and like the guys bring in their biggest snakes that they find, and they put them in like this pit, and then like judges like walk around through all these snakes and like pick up snakes, and like
it's crazy.
It's crazy, man.
Do they have like a number on their tail or some shit? How do you know which snake is which? Or they have their own little thing.
I don't know how they do
They
it.
gotta be somehow tagged. Yeah, it is a big deal. Like, it's a big event. It's usually about this time of year.
Yeah. Cinemahoning.
It's always earlier than what we go, but this will be the earliest we've gone. So I'm kind of excited. Like, normally we go at the end of the season, like late July. And by that time, like, the snakes are pretty much picked over. They've been messed with a lot. So they're a little bit more shy as well. Like, they feel you coming from a ways away, and they start to go under the rocks. Last year we did good. I think we found like 4 or 5 different snakes, 2 of those big ones. So that new place where we found both the big ones, I think we're going to go back there and try there first. We usually hit the same spot everybody hits. We usually run into like 2 or 3 different snake hunters when we hit that spot. I think we're just going to skip it this year. You walk a mile back in, maybe a little over a mile, and it's one spot that you check, basically. It's like one rock that they're under that rock every single year. Mm-hmm. But it's like, you know, and you know they're going to be there, but there's never been like, other than the first year we went out there was a giant snake, and he got under the rock before we got over there. We ended up picking up one of his females. He was laying with 2 females, just pimping.
Just pimping
that big rock, man. And that is one of the most,
my dude.
Yeah. One of the most gorgeous places on the planet. Like, you're just looking over this outcropping over top of a just straight down drop, and super steep, and it goes down and up the other side, and it's all, you know, wooded forest. It's gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous.
Nice.
Yeah. But
I love snakes. The girl I got this alligator tail from, she wants to go snake hunting, so we're probably going to do it. I've been wanting to do it a lot. It's just I like snakes, and I don't really want to kill them for no reason. And I don't believe that we have a season here. I think you can just
really? Yeah. And that's the problem. Yeah. Like, people don't realize we do have a season. We do have a tag.
It's part of our fishing license.
Yeah, it's part of our fishing license. It's regulated. Like, they have to be, like I said earlier, certain size. They have to be a male. People don't realize that. People just kill them out of like fear or not. And that's what I don't understand either, because I do like snakes. And that's why last year when we found those big snakes, it's like, we finally did it. It's been like 5 years. We finally found a legal snake. This thing is gorgeous. What are we killing it for? You know, that's kind of what it came down to. Like, yeah, we could kill this thing right now, but why? You know, are you going to do anything with it? No, probably not. Am I going to? Okay. Yeah, probably not. At this point, let's just let the damn thing go, and we'll come find them again next year. So like, the thrill of finding it for me is more why I do it, and just getting out there in those places that you never get to go to.
Yeah.
Why else am I going to walk down a freaking power line in the middle of nowhere for miles, you know, and looking on top of rocks? Like, I'm not. Any other time.
You ever eaten one?
No, I've not.
So I'll tell you this: the cottonmouth is kind of like a pretty common thing here. People eat. When I was at that veteran camp I went to in Georgia, they when I was leaving that morning, they had killed one that morning and just cooked it over the fire, and I had some. The bigger rattlers, they have, I don't know if the word's oxalate, I don't know if that's the right word, but they have stuff in their bodies that you kind of got to test it and if it has a lot of it, you shouldn't eat it. But they make test kits for it.
Is that like a
they taste
fish,
good,
like a
just like
PCB or something like that?
Yeah, it's something like that. I can't remember the exact word. I mean, if you Google like what poison thing is in rattlesnakes, it'll come up. But they make test kits. You just test the flesh, and if it's high, then I wouldn't eat it. But if it's low, I mean, it just tastes like chicken. It's pretty good. You got to instant pot or like boil it to make it tender. Otherwise, it's really chewy.
Okay.
But
I've seen a lot of guys
Not
like
cotton
fry it like fish.
Mm-hmm.
And then they just pick it sort of like fish too, because they got all those little crazy bones in them.
yeah,
I don't know whether it's worth it or not. I've eaten it one time, and it's kind of like what he said is tastes like chicken.
I'm sure it tastes like
it's
steak.
nothing extravagant.
No,
It does taste like snake.
it tastes like snake.
What
I just want to tan some hides. Like now that
Yeah.
I've got the knowledge, like I want to tan everything. I've been looking at, dude, I drive past roadkill and I'm like, it's not bloated. I should turn around. But then I'm like, I'll look like an idiot on the side of the road picking up dead squirrels and raccoons.
It's fine.
Have you ever come across one of the raccoons or the deer on the side of the road that have the get well soon balloon on them?
Oh man.
No, but I've seen pictures of it. It's hilarious.
I've thought about buying some of those cheap balloons or signs that you can get from like the dollar store or the Dollar General and keep them in the truck just to do that the next opportunity I get.
So funny.
I will say, remember Gus when we went to that car show in like 2005 or something, and we took a picture of my truck, my Volkswagen in front of that dead deer.
Yes,
We put a sign out on that one that said like "Get well soon" or something, didn't we?
we did. Yeah, we did.
Or no, I put a sign that said "Free deer." That's what it was.
Free deer. Yeah.
That is great.
Dude, people got so mad when I posted that.
People think it
It was like the early days of social media.
That's funny, dude.
Not
Screw 'em.
good time.
Genius.
I think it's hilarious.
Yeah.
I
It's a
don't
good
care. It's funny.
Yeah.
And that's before being canceled was a thing. And
Right.
Yeah.
Could do whatever you wanted just for the sake of humor.
Yeah.
yeah,
I
more
miss
or
those
less.
days.
Yeah. I miss those days as well.
Back when a joke was a joke.
Mm-hmm.
And a hoe was a hoe.
Coke was a Coke. Yeah.
Come on, man.
Was that a Joe Biden?
Yeah, it was Joe Biden.
It sure
I
was.
got one.
I'm sick and tired of ordinary people being fleeced.
Oh God, here we go. Battle back and forth.
All men and women created by go. You know the thing.
That's going to be him on this debate.
Oh, I can't wait for the debate,
Oh,
dude.
my
I'm gonna have it
God.
like I thought about doing a live podcast, but I was like, nah, I don't want to do that. But
How much do you want to bet?
100% gonna watch it.
How much you want to bet they know the questions and they're going to read answers from a teleprompter?
Oh, I mean, that's the same as last year. It's just there's no way. I just can't believe this is reality that we're living in our current state of mind. Like
I know.
they just I don't understand it. You know,
This is the epitome of political theater. It's literally theater.
yeah,
Yeah.
It's great.
it's wild.
What are you drinking there?
Oh, this is New Realm Brewing Company. Hazy like a fox.
Nice.
Hazy IPA.
Nice. Hazy like a fox.
Hazy like a fox.
Have you guys ever had Bold Rock?
No.
Bold Rock
No.
is a company out of Virginia. They make
I got that
Half-
in Virginia.
they have a half and half tea, kind of like Twisted Tea,
Like an Arnold Palmy?
like an Arnold Palmy, right? But like 10 times better.
Ooh.
It is so damn good.
Cool.
Like it's actually
Yeah.
tastes like tea. It's dangerous. It's only 4.5%. So like it's not really dangerous, but you could drink a 12-pack of those in an hour easy.
Right.
Like
That's
it was nothing.
Yeah, that's the problem. Is it's not a lot of alcohol, but when you're on a hot day, like it is a glass of lemonade or like it is an Arnold Palmer, it becomes a real problem real quick.
Yeah, I could definitely see it getting out of control really fast because they are very, very tasty.
They're too yummy.
And they're not like real sugary. Like that's my problem with Twisted Teas is it's all sugar.
It
and
is, too.
disgusting. Like your freaking teeth start tasting fuzzy after like two of them.
Yeah.
There's your lightning.
We
bug.
went to we had our recent Patreon event at Burnt Church Distillery, and
Yeah.
they had a cocktail that they were serving that day. Matt, it was the whiskey mule they have there on their bar outside. I'm sure they have it inside too. That thing, I could have slammed those all day outside, sitting out there. It was so nice, and that would have been a problem.
Yeah.
Someone would have had to have just moved me in the chair I was sitting.
Do you know what they were using for their whiskey in that mule?
Anita's Choice, which is just the whiskey they have there that they make
Okay.
there at the distillery.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. So it was their whiskey.
Yeah.
That's
Burnt
badass.
Church,
Yeah.
in Bluffton, South Carolina. Yep.
That's
Yeah.
So
badass.
we have a new realm here, and I always thought that it started here, so I had to look it up. But it started in Atlanta.
Starting in Atlanta.
Yeah.
New realm.
I grabbed a bunch of these when we were down in Virginia Beach last week. And,
So they have one in Virginia Beach.
Yeah, I grabbed a bunch of them when we were down there, and I was drinking them on the beach because the lady said as long as you're cool, they won't mess with you. So
that's
I was
a new
smashing
realm.
them. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. New
Oh,
realm.
okay.
It's a good beer.
What'd you do in Virginia Beach?
I just took my girls to the beach real quick for the weekend.
You know, my wife's from Chesapeake, and I used to live in Newport News, and we used to
Oh,
live
God
in
bless
Virginia
you.
Beach off Bonnie Road, dude. I used to live right there.
Yeah,
No kidding.
shit.
I met her at Virginia Beach at a place called Baja Cancun and Cantina. It's actually right there on the oceanfront.
That's
where I met my
awesome,
wife.
dude.
That's like the same area we went to last year for the bachelor party. Was
Yeah.
that same little area. It's all right.
My old job,
I hate
they were
Virginia.
based out of freaking Newport News, which is funny.
Isn't Newport News like complete trash now?
I don't know.
Oh, it always has been. They call it bad
Hasn't it
news.
always been?
Bad news VA, dude. It's a terrible place.
Yeah, that's what
like
I've heard. I didn't go into
Yeah.
Newport News. I just stayed away from it because that's what I knew guys from.
You don't
that
want to go
area.
in there.
Yeah, that
Dude,
kind
it's like when my wife, when she sat on the front porch one time and I wasn't there. So we had like breaking and entering all over the neighborhood. Dude across like 2 houses down from us got shot in the face with a shotgun breaking and entering. But anyway, she was sitting out front one morning and a guy came by in an SUV with a chain on the back of it, towing an ATM. Just bang, bang. The ATM was bouncing down the road. Had ripped it out of a 7-Eleven. Like that was just normal shit, dude. It was just like, crazy.
That dude watches too many movies, man.
Hey,
Yeah.
was that the house? Was that the house by the Taco Bell?
Yep. We live right behind a Taco Bell.
Right behind Taco Bell. Hold on, stand by.
Dogs.
Oh, you're good.
Neighbors' dogs are barking at us.
No,
Yeah, all good.
it's not very nice. Those dogs are just doing their job.
Oh, did you see that? My bad.
My
I hate
neighbors
those
have
dogs.
the worst dogs.
Those are the
ever.
worst dogs in the world. Like we're not doing anything wrong, and their dogs are just standing at the end of the yard, just barking at
As
us
soon as they let them out, man,
every time.
that's the worst.
Are you?
Yeah.
They let them out like free range.
Yeah, they let them out. Like they have an electric fence, but
Yeah.
the dogs don't recognize the fence, so they come through the fence all the time. They're just—it's not a very big house, and they have 4 full-size poodles.
Mm-hmm. Giant poodles.
Yeah,
Poodles?
poodles. Yeah,
Those are cool dogs, though.
Who gets 4 full-size poodles?
in a small house. It's not
It
a
is
great,
not a
it's-
big house. But
it's
there's
not a
there's
great
only
idea.
2 of them living over there, or do they have kids there
They have
too?
a kid. Yeah,
They do.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's a weird neighbor, man. They got a camera pointing right at Austin's house. Like I'm not kidding. Like right at his driveway. So every time I come over, like I walk through his driveway, you see the camera turn on. It's like what?
Weird.
Yeah, like what are you looking at over here? They got what 10 yards a yard before
Yeah.
it hits your yard. Like
I confronted him about it. I was like, dude, what's up with the camera? It's like pointing right where my like kids ride their bikes and stuff.
It's
and he was
so
like,
weird.
you know what? It is what it is. And I was like, okay, well,
That was his answer.
Yeah.
dude, so weird.
Dude, I'd do everything I could to fuck with him. I'd make it
It
move.
is what it is.
I'd make it move.
Shodan also is what it is. I'll find that camera in 30 minutes.
But
Dude,
anyway,
Shodan sucks these days. IT security got a lot better. You can't hack like you used to could.
really, I've never tried.
It's not like the good old days.
There's a website called Shodan. It's SHODAN, but you can get in there. It used to be you could hop in there and just click like find IP camera, and you could just find them. So you know the stories of like people saying that their baby monitors were hacked and people were yelling at their babies in their crib.
yep.
That was this.
No,
You don't need
shit.
any skill. You just click connect to camera, and if there's no password on it, you just slide right in,
Huh.
and you have full control of the camera. You can turn the mic on and talk through it. It was an awesome website.
That's why my cameras are Bluetooth because I used to do that all the time.
No shit.
Yeah.
That takes like prank calling people to a whole nother level.
Oh, bro, it is.
Dude,
Yeah, you can really fuck with some.
Because you could run a
We,
hotspot and just do that from anywhere.
you don't have to do it. You can do it from your house. You can just any camera anywhere. Like,
so
we
you
used
don't have to be within range.
No,
no
remotely,
no.
dude.
It's just if it, on the internet you can get it. But we used to sit. This
Oh,
is
shit.
I don't recommend doing this, and I'm not ashamed of it. It's a learning lesson, but also it's their fault. You know, they didn't secure their camera. But we used to have I had a laptop, and I would use Shodan to look at all kinds of stuff. And so, I mean, like stores in other countries. But we found this family, and I don't know where they lived, like some like European country. But it was a mom, a dad, somebody, one of theirs parent, and a kid, and they used to all sit on the couch at night in like their underwear and watch TV together, and it was fucking amazing. we would just sit there instead of watching TV. We would watch them live their life on their couch in their underwear.
In
And
their
it was
underwear.
nuts, dude. Like
That's
an old
awesome.
man and then a younger couple, like they're all like none of them were attractive. It wasn't like we were looking at because it was cool. It was just like blowing my mind that this is how they live.
You almost got to wonder, like, why do you have a camera pointing at your living room too? Like, what is that all
Well, it was
about?
on their TV because they were looking at the TV, so it looks like they're looking at us. And so
That's fucking great.
They start reacting with whatever's on the TV, and then we're like, "Oh, hey!" You know, they can't see us, but it was amazing. Yeah, that's Showdown. You get bored, check it out.
We're so fucked up.
Chuck, give him a show. Take your shirt off.
You could also find like cameras inside like office spaces, doctor's office. Like it was out of hand. And what it ended up showing, what it ended up revealing was the lack of security in a lot of network devices. And for a while there, and in our world where we work, it was a big thing amongst the hacking community to be able to go in and find stuff that was just wide open.
So you have to have an account now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's much more controlled than it used to be. Yeah,
it used to be super cool.
Oh, that's wild.
It used to be super cool.
Used to be cool.
Could you potentially use that to hack somebody's trail camera?
I don't know if you could do that. I mean,
If it's a
you have to
cell cam?
I suppose it's possible.
traverse the wireless.
Not on
network.
Showdown. Showdown was all IP cameras.
Oh,
We
okay.
wouldn't pick up any cell phone stuff. I mean, cell phone network is basically internet network, but these days. But no, back then it was just like you had like you could just look. It'll tell you what kind of camera it is, so you can go online and be like Logitech, whatever camera default password, and it'd be like the default username was admin and the password was password, and it would take you to the login screen. You would type in password, hit enter, and you're in. It's like because no one changed their default passwords back then.
Right. Yeah.
This was like 2014, something like that, 15.
And if you were doing like a penetration test, or you do an IP range of your target, you could put that information in there and it would find open cameras or network devices that were unprotected in that IP range and just give you it. It was like a cheat code for a while there.
So awesome.
That's so cool. It's like playing Twisted Metal with all the cheat codes.
Yeah.
Great game.
No, Twisted Metal.
Loved metal.
Such a good game.
PS2 specifically. It's a great.
Yes.
I had it on
Twisted
like a
Metal
regular PlayStation.
Yeah.
I didn't have PS2.
PlayStation, Twisted Metal, best game ever. It's up there.
Yeah,
And
100%.
It's up there for sure. We tried playing the other day. I just got like dizzy and almost passed out and threw up at the same time. But we were also playing on a terribly big screen with like no graphics at all. It was horrible. I thought I was literally going to be just from all the movement.
Oh yeah.
It's like, how did I do this as a kid? You know, like, it's so different now.
You know, I do your kids have the Meta Quest headset, virtual reality, the VR virtual reality?
No.
Oh, okay. So my kids have one, and I thought I would get on there and try a thing. And I tried a game in which you're like you have a sword and a shield, and you can get like an arrow, and you can like go through this medieval type village, and you can fight people and whatever. I got so fucking nauseated because you're using the control to move, and it feels like you're walking, and your brain tells you you're supposed to be moved, like you're moving right now, but your feet aren't physically moving. So your brain and your equilibrium are like, what the fuck's going on? And I got nauseated. I had to take it off and go sit down and just like look at the floor for a little while. And I've tried an airplane game where you like fly, and I almost fell the fuck over. I yanked that joystick. I took off the aircraft carrier, and I had it like I don't know. I just thought I was just turning the joystick to the left. My whole body was going to the left, and I just like tilted, almost fell over. It was dangerous, man.
There's
They don't make video games like they used to.
No, they sure don't. There was Dave & Buster's had like a roller coaster ride VR, like, and you would have to put the goggles on and like sit in there, and they would buckle you in, and you'd go through the whole VR thing with that on. And I mean, I think one person did throw up, and I almost threw up. Like it was pretty rough, dude. Like this shit is not safe.
It's not
And
safe.
we have a place here in North Charleston called Frankie's Fun Park. It's got like a go-karts and putt-putt and indoor arcade. They have a VR thing where it's like a 20-foot by 20-foot square, and you put a headset on, but you're connected to a thing, and you have a weapon. They give you a gun, and you can move inside this 20 by 20 foot space. So you're in a VR, like, and you're moving in an environment, but it's more interactive because you can see the people that are in that area with you, but they look like they're in a game. and then you can move around and walk around. And so it's fun to watch because as a spectator, you can see the screen, so you see what they're seeing inside the game, and so you'll see them turn around, and there's like something there, and like you watch them physically freak the fuck out because something just it's not a, just scared the shit out of them. You could literally go to that place if it wasn't creepy, bring a chair and just watch people play that game. It is more entertaining than anything they have in that place to play.
They got a bar.
No, they don't, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Got
fun.
whiskey one of those flats.
Yeah.
That's funny. I just heard something similar to that. Like, I think it's in Texas. I think I heard it on Rogan. And you wear like a haptic feedback suit and everything. And it's sort of similar to the same thing. You're in like a room, but like when you actually move, like it moves with you. And like it sounded absolutely wild. That's kind of sort of similar to like what you were talking about, is what it sounded like.
Yeah. DOD has training environments like that.
Do they?
Super immersive in VR and have all kinds of haptic feedback. They have some of it for training people for deployment, and some of it is like for PTSD exposure therapy.
Stress inoculation.
East Carolina, my alma mater has a lab set up where they've been doing that for the last like 10 years. It's pretty cool.
Dang, that sounds wild.
Yeah, interesting. They gotta have like VR deer hunting games, right? Like imagine the old deer hunter like computer game on VR. That would be awesome.
They have a fishing game I play sometime. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah. VR fishing.
Just
like deep sea fishing?
Just in the chair and any kind of fishing you want, man. Fly fishing, bass fishing, deep sea fishing. Yeah.
I'm a fan.
I'm gonna have to get some VR. Ooh.
I used it the last time we did a podcast, right before we started. When I was at Gus's house, I used it and I played some bar game, bar fights. It's a good time.
Yeah,
they're fucking people up in it.
The
like
whole game.
Fun. I want to play.
Yeah, the whole game is just picking an environment. So like, there's alleyway, there's a bar, there's club, there's like specific like physical locations, and then that environment you just fuck people up. You just fight people. You pick stuff up, you throw it at them, you hit them, you throw women, slap them around. You kick. It's a really, 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 really like not a nice game. My kids have no business playing it. My oldest son downloaded it, and
he downloaded it because I told him that I wanted to play it.
Once the trial ran out, it was gone.
It sounds awesome.
Yeah. You guys ever watched the show Westworld?
It's been a long time.
Yeah, it's been out for a little while.
Time.
That shit's wild, dude. Could you imagine if our world actually got to that point where they had like AI real life people that you could go to a place and literally just do whatever the fuck you wanted to do, and you're in a world of real people? Like, that would sign me up. I'd do it tomorrow.
Like that's coming.
I would do it tomorrow. Sign me up.
As long as the world doesn't end on 2029, I feel like that.
Is there a new deadline? Is that what it is now? 2029? It's not 2012 anymore?
You don't know
We're
about
all
this?
tracking deadlines. Did the deadline shift to the right? I'm confused.
You don't know about this?
No. Enlighten me, man. Let's get into conspiracy theories again. Let's do it.
Y2K was the last time I knew of.
This is real. This is not a conspiracy. This is real. You can Google it. It's like NASA has it. So the Apophis meteor. So Apophis was the Greek god or the Greek demon for chaos and destruction. And so they named it this. They found it in 2004, and they were like, "This is going to hit planet Earth in either 2029 or I don't remember the other one, 20 whatever. It comes every like 12 years, so like 2030 something." But they were like, whenever it hits, it's going to hit Earth. And so let me just pull it up. I have a number. It's but anyway, it's a meteor and it's coming. And it flies. I remember that it's going 60,741 miles per hour.
How big is it?
So it's 1,100 feet across, which is enough to vaporize a continent.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
So it's the entire planet. It's a planet killer.
Yeah, it would just.
All right, here it is. Friday, April 13th, 2029. So it's going to come between the Earth, like the physical Earth, like the ground we're sitting on, and geospatial satellites. So it's like not far. It's going to come so close that it's going to like disrupt shit. But here's the part. They're hoping when it hits that close to the Earth that the Earth's gravitational pull alters its flight, because the moon is going to be on the other side. If that thing hits the moon, tidal flooding everywhere. Like it's going to be catastrophic. But I really think that it's probably going to hit. And they're just like, no, we're fine. It's going to be a near miss. Don't worry about it. Because they said you're going to be able to see it at night. You see it in the sky before as it comes by.
Yeah, they just want to get
They're
everybody outside to
1/10
look.
the distance to the moon. So from us to the moon, if that's 10, it'll be 1/10 that distance close to us.
Oh, man.
Nuts.
This sounds like the movie Don't Look Up. Did you watch that dumbass movie?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
watched it.
It's funny, actually.
That was a dumb movie.
Well, if
It's
it hits,
dumb,
as
but
long as it hits China, we'll be all right.
No, we won't.
It's gonna hit. Well, they're saying if it hits, it'll hit the Atlantic Ocean.
Oh, perfect.
Which means
Great.
It's gonna flood the entire coast.
Yeah.
Good.
How about that? So we have another 5 years.
You got 5 years, dude.
Why am I paying my credit cards?
I'll
at
just
this
hook up
point?
my 5-year plan. We'll be good.
Let's be honest. Like, why am I paying on my credit cards?
I think like that's one of the reasons the world's so crazy because everybody's in charge is like we're not going to be here in 5 years, so we might as well just have fun while we can.
Good point.
One tenth of that distance is 24,000 miles. So this will be 24,000 miles away from us.
Which is nothing.
That's pretty close.
Stay there.
That's too close.
I wonder what the margin is on those calculations.
That's what I'm saying. Well, like if it passes another gravitational body between here and there, I mean, like I said, it's going 68 miles an hour. So if it passes something and it alters its course a tiny bit,
Dude,
I mean,
do
it
you
could be a
remember our
direct hit.
conversations about people that we knew scattered around various communities that were suddenly buying property like all up in Michigan and shit?
Dude, I did forget
Maybe
about
this is
that.
why.
This could be why. Because, dude, what did he say? He said in 10 years, nothing will be inhabitable below Michigan. That's what the guy told me.
Whoa.
Oh, I forgot about that. I bet that's why.
Is my property going to be like coastline?
We're pretty. If we can get some like,
we're pretty in line with it.
if we get some like oceanfront property, like probably.
We don't know. We
Raise
haven't
the value.
been able to get any of those people to tell us.
Yeah. They won't tell
what the
me
deal
why.
is.
I thought maybe it was like climate change was real and like the glacier was going to melt and everything, you know, but then I was like, it would make sense if it was a meteor because that's going to create like a global ice age, which
Right.
would freeze pretty
Wow.
much. Fascinating.
So the question is, do you want to
Fascinating.
live through that?
No,
I'm
I
not
don't
gonna do
think.
that.
No,
I already have it
think.
played out, dude. Hopefully I'm in Kentucky by then, and I think on that day we're just gonna sit outside with a shotgun and just wait. And if it passes by, all right, we'll go inside. But if it hits and like the weather changes instantly and the sky turns black, I'm not hanging out.
It's going to be
what
passing
I'm
on
done.
by, and you got Matt just peppering it with a shotgun.
That's what I was thinking. Like, are you trying to shoot this thing out of the
Yeah.
sky? And
Oh,
then
no, I'm not gonna
I
shoot that.
realized what the shotgun was for, and I'm like, okay.
I'm not that redneck. I'm gonna go out there and shoot an asteroid.
Isn't that part of the
That's
don't
the
look
difference.
up? Don't they shoot at it? It's on one of the movies.
That's
I
the
don't know.
difference between a friendship and then a childhood best friend. I knew exactly what he meant as soon as he brought up shotgun. There was no question.
Yeah, it took me 30 seconds.
Mainly because his choice to attack an asteroid would not be a shotgun. More of an AR kind of guy.
More of an
Yeah.
AR kind of guy.
I'd bust the deagle out for that.
There you go.
Yeah.
I honestly first thought the shotgun was for the crazy people that are going to come onto your property and you're going to be laying people out. That's what I first thought it was. And then as the story played
Could be.
out, I realized, yeah.
Well, hopefully the ATF
It's
has
really
gone
up
by
to interpretation.
by then, and Matt's just sitting there with like a Carl Gustav, and he's ready to fire that bad boy.
I'm surprised you know what that is. That's impressive.
Oh, dude, I know.
I shot many of Carl G's in Afghanistan. That's a cool machine right there.
Hell yeah, dude.
They have a round for them called Furlets, I think, or I think it's Furlets. I don't know, but basically what it is a bunch of knives that are like 4 inches long. And
Yeah.
so the size of a Carl G, you know, like that. The whole inside is those knives, and it's made for like 50 yards.
Yeah, it's
And I've looked for videos of that thing being shot at people like on the dark web. Like you can't find it. I don't think they've ever used it on people.
yeah, that's a flechette round.
Yeah, flechette. There you go.
Yeah, dude. It's bananas.
The amount of
Could you imagine a
useless
Carl
knowledge,
G with a flechette rounds?
I couldn't.
I couldn't. Unreal, dude.
What it would do to a
Yeah,
soft
I think people are
human
used
flesh.
to it at this point.
It really is a recoilless rifle. It barely moves.
It does.
Yeah, if you shoot like 5, you get a concussion,
Oh, really?
and then everything hurts the next day, especially in sunlight.
The same with the Barrett, right? Like you're only supposed, like by
They say that.
policy,
I
you're
don't
only
know.
supposed to shoot so many rounds in like so many hours. But
You can ask Chris Kyle. No.
actually, you can't.
Yeah.
Actually, you can't.
You can ask him
That
all
was
you
the
want,
joke.
but
I'm sure he didn't use a 50. I guarantee he used.
Oh no.
He's a 338
God.
guy.
Was he? I figured he was a 308.
I would
308.
say 30. I thought it would have been a 308 guy too.
I thought he was a Lapua guy, man.
That
Maybe a
could be.
Lipo guy. 308's God's round.
sure is.
Unless
Sure is. Yes, sir.
you're a redneck and you shoot a
30-06, 30-30, lever action 30-30.
30-30 is the lever action 30-30 is the redneck gun. That's for
It
sure.
really is.
100%.
Yeah.
I own 3 of them. I love them.
How
I got
redneck are
Marlins.
you?
I have them in every shape and color.
Nice.
I love Marlins.
My in-laws have one for some unknown reason. I don't know why they have a lever action 30-30, but I want it in the worst way. Like, it's such a nice gun. I want it so bad.
Just go to any pawn shop. You can buy them for $100.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
They're everywhere. That's where I bought all mine. I buy them from pawn shops, and then I strip the wood down and refinish them and put them back together. Then they look brand new.
Yeah, theirs was taking on a little rust. I needed to hit it up with some oil and whatnot, but I mean, it's still a decent gun. I don't know. I keep my pump action 308.
There you go.
Which, speaking of, this week our license sales go on.
I know. Pennsylvania license sales are going up.
Yep.
Did you see what they're doing? They're switching it up. Doe tags are going to be 1A, 1B. All those higher all those higher WMUs are going to go.
There's 3 WMUs that are going to come up for sale first this week, or this upcoming week, I should say, when license go up. And then after that, all the rest come up for sale, and you have a week guaranteed.
Free for all.
But you get it guaranteed, for
Yeah.
a week, and then non-residents come in. So if you guys want to get a Pennsylvania license, that's when you would do it. But yeah, it's that time, it's that time, boys. It's starting to get real. But then they put all the DMAP tags at the very end.
Oh, good.
In like August, you have to buy your DMAP tags, but they try to space it out. Last year, they went to an all new, completely remote option where we can get our doe tags online now, which was never a thing. You used to have to freaking fill out these little pink papers and then fill out your doe applications and then mail them in
With a check.
to your courthouse. And by luck of draw, whether or not sometimes you would get one or not. Yeah, it was just the most asinine, like ridiculous process.
I miss it.
I miss it a little bit. But I don't, because I don't have checks.
Yeah.
I'm not a person. I have to borrow my mother's checks to write a check just to buy a freaking $6.90 doe tag. Like, what a
That's so funny.
Yeah.
You don't balance your checkbook anymore?
No. They made this thing called Excel like years ago. And actually, online banking, mobile app.
Yeah,
I just figured as an accountant, you would be balancing checkbooks all the time.
No, actually, no. Excel.
He's got
Microsoft
QuickBooks
Excel.
to do that for him.
We don't
Excel.
even use that. Yeah. Microsoft Excel.
Yeah.
That's the key.
That's what I do when I file my taxes. I put it all in Excel and then I send it to him.
Yeah.
Send it to the tax guy.
Yeah. That's the best way to go, man.
I'm not jealous at all of how troublesome it is for y'all to get ticket licenses and tags. It seems like you should write a book. That's a good idea to do a podcast for, like, if you want to hunt Pennsylvania, this is how you do it. Just lay it all out for everybody.
Yeah, it's changed so much. And then you have like our elk application process as well. So you can do all that at the same time now, which is nice. You know, you can go on one time, buy your license, get your doe tag, apply for your elk permits, and then you have to wait, like, what is it, 2-3 weeks?
It's usually August when they draw them. So,
well, I mean, I'm saying
it's
between
usually like a
rounds,
month or so.
we do separate rounds. So there's like first round of doe tags goes out. You can put in for one doe tag. You pick one WMU, and so like one section of the state that you want to hunt, you want that doe tag. So you put in for that one. Then you got to wait. So all the round goes through. The non-residents first round go through, and then residents second round comes in. So then you have to apply a second time for the second tag. Then they do that 3 times. And after the third time, anything that's left over for the fourth round is just like, you can get up to 6 tags at that point. Fill them up, which has changed. That's been so different. In the past, it was 3. You were allowed 3 doe tags. That's it, across the entire state.
Mm-hmm.
And you had to put in for them in the mail. We used to cheat it. We would send it in the mail like 2 days early, because they'd never turned it down. They would always get them early and put it through. And it was a way to get it, because they'll sell out. You know, there's only so many doe tags allocated per WMU, so they're going to sell out. Last year, 2B Allegheny County, which is our Pittsburgh area, sold out for the first time I think I've ever seen in my entire life. They sold out of doe tags, 60-some thousand doe tags. But I think part of that too is they're starting more programs now with hunting inside of
City limits,
township limits.
Yep.
These townships, these HOAs, these people that are deer lovers, they're getting fed up because deer are just absolutely annihilating, you spend $20,000 on your landscaping and 20 deer come into your property for a week, it's dead. Like you just blew 20 grand, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're getting pissed off, and they're starting to find these groups that are bringing people in to hunt townships, and it's kind of cool. But I'm guessing that has something to do too with why they sold out in doe tags, because there's only really like one public land piece on all of
And it gets beat, dude.
it gets shredded, but there's a bunch of deer on it too.
Yeah.
We go down there. I mean, we
Do you have
hunt it.
any military bases there?
I'm sorry, what's that?
You have any military bases there?
No.
There's one in Pittsburgh. There's an Air Force base, but you can't hunt near it.
Yeah.
If you get lucky enough,
can't.
you can draw
The
Pittsburgh Airport.
Yeah.
Which is pretty good, apparently. I've never got it.
Totally forgot about that. They didn't
Yeah.
let anybody hunt the airport for like 15, 20 years. They opened it up like 3 or 4 years ago for draw. You can draw for the Pittsburgh airport.
Yeah. Pretty wild.
Mm-hmm.
What about elk? Is the elk tags or that's closed? You can't buy them again.
No, it's still open right
I
now.
know the drawing's July 27th.
Still
It's
open.
like winning the redneck lottery, honestly. I have like
Yeah.
8 or 9 preference points probably right now. And I would be lucky to draw it this year.
Bonus points, not
Yeah.
preference points.
Yeah, they're bonus points. Sorry.
Because preference points, technically, the more you have, the better your odds are. Because it gives you know how that works. Like they're scaled, they're weighted. But these are
Right.
basically you just have your name in the hat more times.
Yeah.
He has his name in the hat 10 times this year when he applies. That's it. So like the other,
Okay.
how many people? 20,000 probably
Yeah.
applications that have been doing this for 30. Some guys for 30 years. Have been putting in.
Yeah.
So how many names are in that hat? A bajillion.
Yeah.
But we do have. I mean, I'll be honest. In our era, we probably have the best chance. Like my dad's era, he actually did draw a cow elk tag one time, which is incredible. But like for him, there was only one drawing. It was a general drawing. There was only,
It was the first year.
20, 30 elk, maybe.
Yeah.
But then, a few years back, they opened it up to 3 different seasons.
Yeah.
You have an early archery season, bull or cow. You could draw either. And then they have a gun season. And then they have a late season cow elk only. So like there's, my numbers are probably a little off, but there's probably around 200 tags that
A
they're
little more than that now.
Yeah, maybe more now.
Just
It goes
shy
up-
of 300 tags.
Okay, and it goes up every year. Like they're allocating more and more tags because our elk herd's actually doing pretty well. They're expanding. And the same thing for that. You have to pick like preference. You want this WMU, whatever they call it.
Those are just units.
They're units, yeah, elk units. Like I want this unit as number 1 preference. This unit is number 2 preference. This unit is number 3 preference. And you can go down the line and do that. And you can apply for all of them. But like we saw the first year of those other 2 seasons. So for those specific draws, nobody has more preference points or more bonus points than we do. We all have the same because we've been putting in since year 1. So like I'm at least on a level playing field rather than the general gun that's been open for 30 years, probably
Probably 20.
maybe 20 years.
Yeah, probably 20 years.
Let's say 20 years. And there's been guys that's been putting in for 20 years. So like,
Yeah.
I think we have, better odds than
Here's the thing about our elk season, though. If you do draw a bull tag, you have an opportunity to kill just an absolutely world-class size
Once a-
elk.
yeah.
You could kill a 400-inch elk, which is
once
just
in a lifetime. Yeah.
bananas.
That's cool.
I put in for it, so hopefully I fly all
That'd be
odds
sick.
and get it.
That'd be sick. The
That would be-
If I do, I'll
misconception.
bring y'all and guide me.
Hell yeah.
I'll come with you.
The misconception too is that people think you have to have a guide.
You don't.
You do not. You 100% do not
Right.
have to have a guide. But the guides out there, they know where every elk is. Like they know where every big elk is. And like the money spent for that would be well worth it because I don't want to say you're definitely, but the success percentages are extremely high.
Yeah.
Like 90% something success.
Yeah.
We actually
Yeah,
did
we
a black
talked about it.
episode on it, and it was like for
Yeah.
300 tags, 290 were filled. I mean, I guess the 2 that weren't were guys that just didn't show up.
Mhm.
Probably.
Yeah, you guys are the ones that did the episode on it. That
Yeah, it was awesome.
That I
Yeah.
got those numbers from. 100%. Yeah,
Uh,
it's ridiculous. Yeah. I was literally quoting your numbers to you.
Don't you repeat my own shit to me?
That was a great episode too.
That was a great
That was
episode.
actually pretty. That was awesome. You guys go back and.
Well, the whole
find
time we
it.
were putting it together, I was like, anyone that lives in the state's going to be mad at us because it's either we're
Blowing it
super
up.
wrong or we're
Yeah.
blowing up the spot.
No, you guys did pretty good. I remember listening to it, and there was only a couple things I would have corrected you on, but you were solid on it. I was like, yeah, this is great.
It was really well done. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Thank you. Oh, wait, I got that Jack Daniels pick coming in the next couple of months. Are you guys interested in buying a book? Because I'll save them for you.
What is it?
Yeah.
Jack Daniels pick?
Yeah, I did a rye and a whiskey single barrel. Both are barrel proof. So if you like rye or
I do
you
like
buy
a
both,
rye.
buy one.
I'm a big fan of Basil Hayden, like the dark rye.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of that.
I think the only rye I've really had and like this Sazerac, honestly. Sazerac's pretty good rye. Cheap, too.
Have you had some MGP ryes? Maybe for episode 200, I'll send you a bunch of MGP ryes that I've got.
I've not.
Peerless is
MGP.
probably my favorite rye.
Cheerless?
Yeah, Midwest Green Products. They're out of Indiana. He's talking about Peerless.
Peerless.
Oh, Peerless. Okay.
Peerless, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like the white band across.
I don't think I've seen that.
Yep.
I can dig that.
Ooh, banana.
It's
I
fake.
got all excited and I remembered it was a pick I did.
It was a pick I did. Pass me that buff,
Whoops.
please.
I went the wrong way.
I'm going to throw it in the
This
Glen.
is our Yellowstone pick. I picked it because the right proof, and it
Yeah.
Attaboy.
I didn't realize it was our pick until right now.
Yeah, the Peerless that Gus was holding up. I
I'm
still
going to
got
have to
some.
look into that.
I still got some old Forester hanging on over here.
That 1870.
Mm-hmm.
Stick that back over. Please.
Yep.
If I get a lot of grape on the 1870, like Grape League Chew,
Big League Chew.
the grape one.
Wow. Is there really any other big league chew? Let's be honest.
Oh, man. I haven't had it in so
Those are bad.
long.
Grape is the goat.
I hate it. I hate grape flavored stuff.
Ugh,
The
Really?
fucking worst.
shame on you.
Really worst.
Like, I
Burn in
don't
hell.
I don't know what it is about thinking about like grape flavored stuff. The biggest memory that pops in my head like immediately is like hopping in my dad's truck and I had a grape crush in there and it was warm as shit and I took a sip of it and it like made me throw up. That's what grape flavored like hits me in the back of the head with right now. Awful.
That reminds me, one of the first times I went hunting, I was a young man. It was in Virginia, and they're shotgun only, so I always shot like the Sabo round shotgun shell. Anyway, so he was taking me out to this piece of property to hunt, and this was before I met my wife. So I was probably in high school. Anyway, he had a dip cup in his front seat, like in the cup holder, and it was filled to the lid, like maybe an inch from the brim with dip spit.
Yep.
And so we're driving like down country roads or whatever, and I don't know how he did not spill any of it. But I'm just sitting there watching this dip spit slosh back and forth, and I was like, ugh. But for some reason, that reminded me of it. You just kill a bottle?
First bottle
Just
kill.
killed a bottle.
Old Forester
Oh,
1870.
Forester. Dude, I got a
Bottle
good
pop.
bottle pop exclusive. Let's go.
Hey! Yes, sir.
You heard it here first.
I got a good dip spit story.
I don't want to talk about mine.
This is Sparta!
Did any of you grow up with dads that chewed tobacco?
Older brother, and yeah.
Not dads.
Did you ever pick up a spit can thinking it was your drink can?
I haven't personally,
I have the worst story for that.
but my wife, that was actually my story I was going to tell you.
Okay.
We were in college. We were living in this shitty apartment in Pittsburgh, and I chewed forever. And I was playing Call of Duty one night, and I was sitting there and I was dipping, and I was spitting into this tea bottle. And my wife woke up in the middle of the night, and she went stumbling out to the living room, and she was like, "Oh, there's some tea." Dude, she took a big old gulp of that, and
Oh, no.
you know how I woke up? I woke up with a punch to the face. Pow!
I bet you did.
Dude. Oh, she's never forgiven me.
You
for it.
deserve that, by the way, because
That's way worse than any story of you doing it. That's way worse.
Terrible. Terrible.
my oldest brother used to chew, and he got absolutely freaking annihilated one night. And he must have been spitting in a Mountain Dew can. And he got so fucking drunk that he took his Mountain Dew can full of chew spit and put it in the fridge. So the next morning I wake up and I'm like, holy shit, can of Mountain Dew. Go in, reach in, grab it, take a big old swig, fucking chew spit. I wanted to kill him. I've had that happen to me. I've had one, same thing you're talking about, center console chew, fucking spittoon. I've had one turn over on me and spill across my entire lap. Dude, so gross. So disgusting.
I was in my first trip to college. I had chewed forever, but it was the middle of summer that I had AC on full blast, and I had my dip can, and I did that, and the top came off, and the AC vent blew it straight in my eyes. I'm doing like 60 down the interstate. Dude, I just slammed on the brakes. I didn't know what else to do. I just slammed on the brakes while I'm like rubbing my eyes, like trying to get it out.
It burns so bad.
It
Like
hurt,
chemicals and that shit.
God, it hurts so bad. I still remember it. It was worse than pepper spray in the army. I mean, it was.
Yeah, what kind of buzz did you get off of that, man?
From the adrenaline, a pretty good one. Yeah. Thinking I'm gonna die.
Epic.
So stupid.
It's funny. I can't think of anything else in this world that there's more fucked up stories about than dip.
It has to be.
Like what a terrible product.
It really is, man.
It really is.
I've just never.
There's
I've
nothing.
never understood it. Such a dumb fucking thing, disgusting habit to do.
You want one of these?
No, not a 6. No, you're out of your fucking mind. I would get
Little
so.
Zimbabwe.
I would be
Now we're
stumbling.
cool with the Zens.
Yeah,
Did you see they pulled them from the online sales? You can't buy them
I
online
saw
anymore
that.
because and I wonder if it's going to affect the stores.
I
'cause
hope
rogues
not.
Suck.
I've been
I mean,
buying
it's like-
rolls at a time so that they can't keep it away
just
from me.
just in,
Just in, I think. Yeah.
so you can still
Yeah,
get rogue.
the
You can
flavored
get
tobacco
on.
thing. So Philip Morris,
They come
Philip
in.
Morris owns it, and they got a cease and desist or whatever, and they can't sell flavored tobacco, which is so dumb.
I
That's
saw.
not. It's
Like we can let fentanyl run rampant in the streets, but we can't have fucking spearmint Zens. I don't understand it.
I saw a T-shirt on TikTok the other day. You know, the communist website, and it was like it was like a skull, and he has nods on, and the nods are Zen pouch, like Zen cans. I was like, this is freaking sweet, dude.
That's a sick shirt, dude. I'd rock that shirt.
Dude, you know what shirt I would rock?
Some
Can you guess what
spearmint
shirt I would rock?
nods.
You're already rocking
A
Jurassic
Jurassic
Park shirt.
I am
which is
rocking a
fucking
Jurassic Park
badass, by
shirt.
the way.
No, I would rock a shirt that says I'm highly intoxicated, but I have a gun in my waistband.
Yeah. Dude, those shows are
I
fantastic.
cannot wait for that shirt to show up.
I can't wait for you to wear that, dude.
I cannot wait.
I feel like such.
Chuck
an
doesn't know what we're
asshole
talking
for-
about.
I feel like such an asshole for missing that episode.
It's
now,
so
like,
good, dude.
I'm
That was a
so
really good
mad.
episode.
I'm so mad. You told me to listen to it.
It was really
I've been
good.
fully caught up on your episodes, and then I had to go away for work for 2 days, and I totally forgot. Son of a bitch.
It was I can't even find it now because there's no way it doesn't come up on Google. So
It was epic.
I had it primed and ready for the episode, but
Oh, man.
Well, regardless, boys, we've been an hour and 20 pretty much in on this thing, and we haven't talked a single bit about whitetails. Do I need to get us back on track, or what is the plan?
These episodes
that's
are
not
never
what I
on track.
I know they're not, but I figure we got to do some kind of justice here.
I'm going to do the justice for you because Gus is always the quiet one.
Mm-hmm.
Gus, what do you want to talk about, bud?
Have you guys are you guys familiar with the string theory?
The string theory.
I'm just kidding. I don't want to talk about string theory.
Okay.
Let's talk about platforms, because our plan just doesn't seem like it's going to work out. So Matt's going to have to keep his platform, and I have to find something.
saddle hunting. So Gus is going to start saddle hunting this year. We were working on getting one built, and I thought they were actually moving along in the process, but with that podcast we had, I guess they're not. So I need to follow up on that, but it's probably going to be too late for hunting season this year. But Gus needs to get a platform and sticks, and I was going to do the one stick deal, but I'm just going to wait until they make the one I want, because all the ones that are available I just don't really like them.
Gus, just send me a text with your address, and a package will show up.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Through midair.
All right.
Like
Yes.
it'll just show up, and you'll have sticks in a platform.
Sticks and a platform.
Yeah, because I have stuff that I just is sitting in my shed, dude, that I'm not ever going to use again.
All right. Well, I'm happy to use it and figure out what I like and don't like, and before I invest money, I appreciate that.
It'll at least get you started, and then you can figure out what you want from there, and then give it to
Yeah.
somebody else that needs it. You know what I mean?
We'll just send it back to you. You can give it to somebody else.
It's true.
I'm stoked you're getting into saddle hunting, dude. That's awesome.
Yeah,
I
definitely.
just had a business idea. What if we did a saddle hunt
Rental.
rental platform where like you hit us up and you tell us where you're going, and we recommend a saddle hunting deal for you, and then we just ship it to you.
That sounds
Then you
awesome.
pay, like borrow lenses, because that's all, I don't buy those big expensive lenses. Like if I film a hunt, I go to borrow lenses and I rent one. Like,
Right.
there's just no reason to spend $3,000 on a lens that I'm going to use twice a year.
It's not
But
a
yeah,
terrible idea.
It's not. I think it's a good idea. I'm glad we said it here so someone can
You
be able
could
to.
rent other too. Like how often, I spent almost $700 on a nice rain system when we went
Oh,
elk
yeah.
hunting in Colorado. I've maybe needed that one other time in 5 years since then. So like to be able to rent out some real high ticket items that you may need, a South Carolina whitetail hunter primarily doesn't necessarily need to spend $3,000 on a rain system and a couple of other things. If I'm only going to use it one time, if I could rent it for $500,
Dude, what if we crowds, like you could come in and be a distributor for us, and like if you've got rain shed or I've got like mummy bags I'm never gonna use again. Like somebody could come like, here's my equipment that I've got, and we approve for you to do it. You have to ship within 24 hours, or you lose access to the platform. And then when people come in and they want to buy stuff, and then they buy ours. Yeah, that's a good idea.
We're gonna have to cut this entire conversation out.
You might have to.
So we don't.
Someone beat us
shit.
Yeah.
We create a company that was kind of like the websites where you can loan out or rent out your personal car,
like Turo.
Yeah, like Turo.
Yeah. Like that for hunting gear. And we'll have to have I'm sure some caveats and legalese that say, firearms and archery equipment are not allowed for whatever reason. I'm sure liability or whatever.
I don't think anyone's going to loan their out.
Also that. So yeah, but I mean, if someone wanted to pay me $100 to borrow a piece of equipment that I have for a weekend to save them from spending $700,
it's not a bad idea.
It's really not. I mean, especially when you start talking like the out west backpacking and that kind of thing. When you start getting into that realm, that's where I feel like it really makes sense. Like
nobody wants to buy a wall tent.
No, absolutely not. And, you're not going to want to buy a wall tent. You sometimes like, do you really want to spend the hundreds of dollars on a pack and system and all these different things that you really do truly need? Like if you could get away with just buying a good pair of boots that you're going to wear everywhere, like those boots are going to be good for you all the time. But like if you're hunting in South Carolina on August 15th, you probably don't need a 4,000 liter backpack with frame pack on it, right? Like that's just not something you're going to use. The deer hunting stuff, I don't know if it makes as much sense other than the fact that you could rent and try before you buy something, that's like the benefit of it. You could have a full outfit of climbing, gear, a saddle, everything and be like, okay, I would
Mystery Ranch bags. We've got a slew of Mystery Ranch bags. I mean, and nobody wants to buy those. Those are crazy expensive.
Right.
Didn't they just sell Mystery Ranch?
No idea.
I think they just got bought by somebody else. I think they're made in China now.
Oh, great. I have their little 28 pop up.
Fucking travesty.
That would be.
Oh, did you listen to the VPA podcast about Onyx being bought out?
No, but enlighten me.
Yeah, he was talking about that. That's crazy.
Yeah, so the company that bought it, I guess, is like and I looked them up because, you hear stuff and it's like, I don't want to repeat stuff without looking it up. So I looked it up, and the company that bought it, all of their campaign, like their political campaign contributions are all to the Democratic Party, which, as we know, isn't a huge fan of the hunting stuff. But he was saying that like these powder companies, people that make gunpowder, they're all being bought up too, and they're changing their rules. They won't sell to private. They only sell to military. So like powder is going to be hard to get soon.
Ew.
Because they're like, they can't beat us in legislation, so they're just going to take all of our stuff.
Yeah, limit supply.
Yuck.
Well, they're trying to anyways.
Yeah.
And I shouldn't even say Democratic Party, just parties that aren't into hunting to keep it non-political. But
non-hunting supporting people.
Right.
I
Those
heard
are the
of
people that
another-
are buying up all these hunting.
Oh, and don't get it twisted. There are plenty of conservative folks on Capitol Hill that are itching to undo public land protections and things like that, so they can develop it and make money. There are problems in conservation on both sides of the aisle. It doesn't have to be one or the other.
So Yeti paid $48.5 million for Mystery Ranch and a Maryland-based cookware manufacturer. So I guess they were both owned together. But
oh man,
yeah, Yeti is a Chinese company now.
Wow.
I didn't like Yeti anyways.
I have a Yeti cooler up there. Oh, no.
Burn it
I'm
right
about
now.
to burn it.
Burn it live on this show. You won't.
I heard.
I unfortunately.
I heard the TX5 sold to Latitude.
Really?
Yeah, I just
Sold
saw that on
to
Facebook.
Latitude.
Yeah, and I went
TX5.
on their website last night because I saw it. Everything that they have is sold out.
Huh.
I was like, oh no,
That's messed up. I mean,
Yeah,
that
I
was
know.
just a one guy thing though.
it was.
So
Matthew
TX5,
Tompkins, he's a
if you
good guy.
guys aren't familiar, we had him on the podcast last year. We did like a saddle mini series, if you want to call it, that didn't turn out to be what we wanted it to be. But, he made a really nice, high quality saddle. And it sounds like if he sells that to Latitude. I've never been the biggest Latitude fan personally, but that's just, my opinion. I will say, since we didn't actually really talk about platforms at all, I don't know. There's that. Is that Ascend? Is that the new one or no?
I don't know.
What the hell is the name? No.
We should get back to that and talk about platforms.
Yeah, that's where I'm getting to. There's a new.
Keep talking.
What the fuck's that company's name? It's a new company that just came out with some really badass, probably the most streamlined.
The X-Wing? Latitude X-Wing?
No, Latitude. I'm off of Latitude. Latitude's got some weird platforms.
Yeah, both of those don't look like anything I'd like.
No, I don't.
I know who you're talking about.
I can't think of the name of
Rob
them.
has one. I can't even think of what name is there right
They
now.
make the sticks that kind of like have the little button and they extend out, and then they have a real low profile platform. It's super, super lightweight. Probably one of the cooler platforms I've seen on the game. We saw him at the Great American Outdoor Show.
The guy from the show.
Yeah,
I got you. Hold on.
I can't think of the name of it though. It's just totally.
I can find it from that Long Island hunting guy.
Of course, I have no internet to look for it. But I will say I rock a one stick currently. But before I started doing the one stick thing, I gave my platform to you.
Yeah.
What was the name?
Which is going to Gus.
Which that's the one that's going to Gus.
Yeah.
Okay.
Brand new strap on it and everything.
So Out on a Limb Manufacturing, great guy. Matt Garris, one of the best in the business.
Hunt Arsenal.
What is it? Hunt Arsenal. That's it.
Hunt Arsenal. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
Hunt Arsenal has some great platforms as well. Like they're real
I will
nice,
say,
streamlined.
they're sick.
They're sick.
My brother-in-law has one. He has the first generation one. And I was just talking to him about it. He was like, I wish I would have waited and got the second gen one.
The new gens are absolutely
they're nasty,
filthy.
man.
So it's called a Razor. So the Razor 2.0 and Razor Mag 2.0, which is bigger, but they fold down to be completely flat.
Yes.
They're super cool.
Those
I don't really like the tying system, but
no. But you can just throw a regular strap on that damn thing.
yeah,
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Oh, these are the guys that we talked to at
yeah.
at that show. Yeah.
And their aider is the best aider I've ever seen. I will say that.
Yeah, it's pretty sick as well.
Backwoods mobile gear for
100%.
aiders, dude.
Yeah, but they have like that freaking real wide with the glowy already on it. Like it's actually pretty freaking
That's pretty sweet.
It's real sweet. Like you can put a whole foot on that. Super safe, comfortable looking. And their whole system is actually pretty lit. I would look at that platform. I would look at Out on a Limb Manufacturing. Out on a Limb does some really great platforms as well.
That's the backwood.
That's the aider.
This is their aider. Their aider right here.
Yep. Look at that thing.
This is the one from Hunt Arsenal. That thing is dope, dude.
The best.
It has like cutouts to dig into the tree.
Mm-hmm. I like that one the best because I can easily just toe tap that thing away from the tree.
Yeah.
And like you're getting a full foot on it. But their platforms
Look
are
at that.
absolutely phenomenal.
Look at that.
I've never seen anything.
Nuts.
Oh wow.
Look at
I've
how
never seen
flat
anything
it is.
cooler and more efficient and like just an absolute all around best looking platform I've ever seen.
Yeah.
But I've never hunted out of one, so I can't really tell you. Like I personally do like the fact that I have an angle, and that's the only downfall to those is I don't think they're very adjustable, and they don't really have an angle.
I have to have an angle. That's the reason I want to make my own, because I want to build a one stick that is not adjustable, like just a regular one stick solid piece. And the top step, I want to have that dip, because I use that dip more than anything else. To me, that's the most comfortable way to hunt, is leaning back on that angle.
Yeah, if
like a flat platform leaning back, it just hurts my ankles.
Yep. If you're looking to build one, look at the Monarch top from Out on a Limb, and that's what I have on the top of mine. It's a flat, and then it's an angle. Like so, half of it's just a flat piece. So when you're climbing, you can actually stand on it and climb up it. And then once you're up in the tree, you just rest your feet on that angled part. It's the best of both worlds. Yep.
There it is.
That's the angle right there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I like that a lot.
Yeah, so if we put that on top of a stick, that's pretty much what I want to build.
Absolutely. 100%.
So they make those for several different sticks too. So if you have an existing stick, you can add that to the sticks.
Yep.
Okay.
There you go.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah. And if you're building a one stick, anyone out there, I personally wouldn't go. I mean, I wouldn't go above 15 inches, but I think 12 inches like that sweet spot for a one stick. You really don't need that extra length in a one stick. Like that's not what it's really for. And you're just going to run into more issues with kickouts and different things like that. So like a 12 inch or under would be ideal in my opinion. Well, 12 inch to probably a 14 inch is your sweet spot. But I love that.
I don't have 28, but this is the one I have. I don't guess they make the I used to have. It's definitely not a 20.
You can always cut them down too, and that's the nice part about them. You can cut them down, drill a hole, and then just redo it and make it a different size.
Yeah, mine have like the speed holes in it.
Gotcha.
Yeah, like that.
Oh, nice.
So I have 3 of those, and then I've got a cruiser platform because the cruiser platform I like.
Yep, I have one as well. I used it once.
It's heavy.
That's
fucking heavy.
It's the problem. It's heavy. It's a little. It's not really cumbersome, but for a platform, like when I'm one stick climbing, the only piece of equipment I have is that one stick. So to try to go back to a platform, it's kind of rough, to be honest with you. Like trying to set one up and just going through that, because they have the nice angled back. That's what I love about it. It's the best of both worlds. You have a full stand platform, and then you have the angled backside, which you'll notice too a difference, Matt, if you use the Monarch. The difference between having that angle closer to the tree as opposed to farther away is so much more comfortable.
Right, and that's one of the reasons that I want to build one that doesn't have that huge platform, because I would love to be closer to the tree, because I really never stand up ever.
More of a leaner, put the knees into the tree kind of guy.
Yeah, it's just comfortable. I like being on my knees.
Awesome.
Well, in all fairness, that Hunt Arsenal too had a really cool like knee thing where you put your knees on both sides of the tree, and then it like rests into the tree and goes up around, like attaches to your saddle. That thing seems cool. It's a lot of material, but I bet you, it was really comfortable trying it out at the show.
It feels like they're of all the saddle companies that I have experienced. You guys have been doing it longer than I have. I'm new, like 2 years new to it, but I guess this will be my 3rd year. But it seems like Hunt Arsenal, they're like real hunters. Like they're the ones that are going out and trying to create stuff that makes sense, that's different.
Well, you got
it's good stuff.
Yeah. When he was explaining the gear and he was talking through the nuance of the product, like it didn't feel like a salesman just repeating shit that he's been trained to say. It sounded like it was coming from somebody who spent time with the product in the field, running it, and knew what he was talking about.
Yeah.
You almost got to think there's people that make products that are going to sell to the mainstream, right? And then there's people that make products that are going to sell to real hunters that have real use for those in a practical way. And that's what I would lean to. I lean to more of a what's going to actually work out there, because I've done all this where somebody that's new into it, they're going to look at it and go, hey, that looks cool because it's mainstream. Everybody has the same looking platform, the same looking sticks. It's just pick a brand and go with it. Like the tethered Predator platform. Yeah, the Predator platform.
They have a carbon fiber platform coming out apparently.
They do. It's out. Like
is it?
I don't know if you might be able to buy them now.
I don't know.
But like great platform, heavy, bulky, in my opinion, bulky. The strap's a pain in the ass to work with. Trying to get that strap off is just ridiculously hard once you cam it over. So like, I don't know. It's a good company. It's a great platform. It would do you good for an entire year if you wanted to, for many years if you wanted to. It's just all about what is going to be your style of hunting? What is, what do you want to do? What do you want to set up?
I got a lot of that to figure out. So
yeah, there's the carbon one.
So
there.
we bought the Ultralock SD, and I'm really excited for it. But is this the carbon one?
I thought it was. I
$349.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Yeah, it does look like.
That looks like carbon. That looks like pressed plastic.
It does. It looks like pressed plastic. It looks like It looks like a 3D printed.
So it is carbon.
Yeah, it looks like a 3D printed platform in person.
Really
is what it looks like. But it's carbon. It's super light. Honestly, it's not really that light. Yeah, I don't know what
no?
Like you're not saving that much weight by going to it. But the benefits of it, the noise dampening, not being cold on your hands.
The weight on. I feel like they didn't even tell you what it weighs.
They'll tell you in ounces.
No, they didn't even tell you what it weighs.
I'll bet you they tell you somewhere if you find the details. It'll be all in ounces. It'll be like only 76 ounces. Like, come on, who's gonna do the conversion?
That's crazy. It does not tell what it weighs.
It should say it somewhere. I don't know how. I don't know how they could get by without putting it on there, because they put it on everything. I would try to.
You can try.
Heather.
Connect to my Wi-Fi.
You're literally on. I am on your Wi-Fi.
Oh, okay. There you go. My Wi-Fi is not great, right? Maybe it won't.
Oh, no. I'll find it. But they are good platforms. Tether's a great company. They really are. And without Tether, we really wouldn't have saddle hunting the way we have it today, in my opinion.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
I like this. I like this comment. Pass. Not for me. He didn't say why.
Just no. Because just haters, man. Haters being haters.
That's the world that we live in, man. Just people hating.
And it's very.
People just love an excuse to bitch.
Mm-hmm. There's no way they don't.
So,
I
do you
kinda
guys
wish I
ever
could get
watch?
haters.
What's that? Go ahead.
I kind of wish we could get some haters. That'd be fun.
Dude, that's how you know you made it, when you get your haters.
Yeah, we've only
I
had
know.
one ever.
I know.
Yeah, we've only ever had one.
I heard we've had like vegan people come in and hate, but that's expected. That doesn't bother me.
Yeah, no, I don't
Like, I
worry
think they're
about the
wrong,
vegans.
but whatever. Yeah, I don't either. I don't care. Just, you're not going to change their mind, so it's not. I don't even.
So it just says
Yeah.
lighter. It really doesn't tell you.
I bet you it still weighs 3 pounds. It weighs
It's
2
the same weight.
It's probably
You pay
3 ounces
$200
less.
more to lose half a pound. Yeah, probably is.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I know a
Lighter.
guy that works for them. I could ask him.
I got
that,
Greg's number. We can call him right now. We'll patch him in.
We do have Greg's number. Greg Godfrey.
Should call him and ask him. Hey, we're over here trying to blast your shit. Tell us if it's junk.
What does this thing weigh? Can you help us out?
327 ounces.
Why is it not on there?
I don't know.
You should, if that's the telltale, right?
Yeah.
Like if it
Here's
was that much
the point is
lighter,
carbon fiber.
it would be everywhere.
You would think.
So 3 pounds is only 48 ounces, just so you know. So if he
Right.
says 40 ounces, then we know. We know why they didn't tell us.
Yeah, exactly. You're saving 3 ounces and paying another $150 or whatever it is for.
Did you pick one up?
No.
There's a lot of people that have
Okay.
come out with the carbon fiber stuff, and I got to be honest. A lot of the stuff, like was it Latitude that came out with the carbon fiber sticks like first,
Yeah, they were junk.
and people were having problems. Like they were connecting them, and shit was breaking. Like,
Yeah.
stay
Oh,
away
wow.
from that.
Actually, no.
Oh, hard
The first carbon fiber sticks that come out were those really nice ones.
They had like the
Um,
can. You had to like do the figure 8 on it and stuff like that, and that's what was breaking.
What is the name of that company?
I don't know. I thought it was Latitude.
No. It was not Latitude. There was another company that came out, carbon fiber sticks that were sick. They were
My
like
bad, Latitude.
$120, $130 a piece, maybe more. But they were really
Timber
nice.
Ninja?
Timber Ninja.
Yeah,
Thank
there you go.
That was
The
also on
C1s.
that podcast. Didn't he brought up Timber Ninja on your podcast with
We had him on ours.
yeah, we did.
Yeah, he's a good dude.
Yep.
Yeah, there you go.
They are the first ones to my knowledge to do it
The
and do it
C1s.
extremely well.
Yeah,
I've heard very good praise. over this.
$149. dude.
There you go.
I think
Not
they
bad.
used to be 120. I think.
They used to be 120. Thanks a lot, Obama.
They weigh
Spit out your drink.
1.2 pounds.
What is it?
Can we still blame Obama?
Yeah, for everything.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Obama.
1.2 pounds. That's what they weigh.
Yeah, which is pretty damn light for a stick, man.
Tethered.
That is pretty.
Tethered's one sticks or whatever they're called. The one stick. It gets so confusing now that
Oh,
there's
yeah.
a one stick. They're super light too, and like those things are wicked light when you
Yeah,
pick
they
one up.
are.
And they're like a pound.
I don't like them.
I don't like them either, but
don't like 'em.
I'm just saying like they're super lightweight.
That's also a very like clever douchebag thing to do in an industry, to take a common term for an item and then add a word and then trademark it as your own.
Yeah.
Everybody's referring to this as the one as one stick. We're gonna make a thing called the one stick, and now it's
Uh-huh.
I would trademark it. My sticks weigh 2 pounds, and I gotta be honest with you, I don't think I'd be able to tell the difference between 1 and 2.
My sticks weigh
Like
2
on my
pounds
back.
too, man. And you know what? From like going from a climber to like 4 sticks in a stand, I'm not really worried about it.
Right.
At
That extra weight.
at the end of
I'm
the day,
lighter.
you wouldn't notice it as a whole, but if you picked up stick by stick in each hand, you're gonna notice it.
You are.
Like,
Oh yeah.
but in all reality, does it matter? If you're carrying 3 sticks in, what are you carrying an extra 3 pounds? Does that really matter?
It's like
I'm
Yeah.
way lighter than I've ever
gotta
been.
tell
I
you,
don't
dude.
care.
if you're still a shitty hunter
in
like
the
I am.
army, they always say ounces make pounds. So it's like you try to cut
Yeah.
like every ounce that you can.
Yeah.
And but I will say I think this is the only area in the world that doesn't actually matter, because going from a climber to, like you said, to saddle and sticks, it's so much lighter. Like I do not care
I don't
if they weigh
care.
a pound or they weigh. It
Yeah.
doesn't matter to me.
Yeah.
'Cause at the end of the day, that's 3 pounds we're bitching about. And if I
Yeah.
can't, if I notice 3 pounds on my back, we got a problem.
Yeah. Right.
For me, it's more about cutting down bulk than it is weight. It's more
Right,
streamlined
bulk is
things.
the thing.
Yeah. Bulk
You're
is
carrying a smaller pack,
hmm
which the pack thing is definitely. Is it like I carry like almost a full size ruck because I bring too much shit in a tree stand.
Yeah.
But
I've learned to cut down on that. I really do like my little Badlands pack. I picked up that pop-up 28 this year, which I'm trying to convert to more of an everyday pack, which I could.
It's a good pack.
It is a good pack. And I do like it a lot, but to pack out a whitetail in it. I packed out a coyote this year in it. It was cool.
That's
It
different.
was super cool. Yeah. Like just the weight.
Did you bow kill a coyote?
No, not this one. This was a buddy of mine. He shot it with his gun this past winter. I have killed a coyote. There's one in my office right now. It was a bow kill.
Have
coyote.
Chuck send you a picture of
No.
it. Taxidermy is phenomenal.
You will not see a picture of Carl the coyote. It's probably the worst thing I've ever seen.
Its eyes look separate directions, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, that's what I wanted. I wanted the eye.
It's one of them things, again, like how much money are you really going to spend on a fucking coyote mount? Like a dirty dog, right? Like a stinking, disgusting dog.
None.
And
Because
then
everyone that comes in there is going to be like, you mounted your fucking pet? That's weird.
So that's what I've done.
Yeah.
And now it looks like shit and it sits in a corner. So my plan is actually to shoot another one, use the mount and everything from that one. So there's all this cost savings right there. You don't have to buy a new form. You already have everything there. Just get a new one, bring it to an actual taxidermist and see how much he'll charge me just to put that one on that body mount. It's genius, right?
Good for you, buddy.
What are you gonna do with the skin from the other one?
Just have it as like a hide, as like a normal
So
hide.
one
Send
of our
it to Matt.
friends,
He'll put an alligator tail on it.
yeah, I can make some crazy shit. It'll look worse than it looks now, but I can do it. But when you walk up his stairs, the entire top railing of his stairs is all hides. I mean, I don't know, 100 probably. Just all like everything: deer, cow, squirrel, rabbit. I mean, you name it. He's got them all draped over the top of his stairs. I don't know, like a like a banister. Looks really cool.
Is that
That
what
would be
you
cool
want
to
to
do.
do?
Yeah.
I would like to have a bunch of hides for no reason. Yeah, I'm gonna keep all the skin from deers I killed this year. Luckily, I know the processor, so they'll let me come in there and do whatever I want. But
There you go.
Mhm. That's helpful for
Yeah.
sure.
That's how he rolls. Yeah, nice feature.
My brother wears around a deer cape every once in a while.
He does.
Mm-hmm.
Last time I saw him wear it, he
I
had
would.
a deer cape on, a cowboy hat, and a 1911 on his side. It was the most American thing I've ever seen in my life.
yeah, since we're talking about it, I'm going to show you this. This is the people that I learned. No sponsor. I paid full price for this. Traditional tanners. So you can go in there and pay for a class, but they make these buffalo robes. Dude, these things are fucking awesome. Look at this.
How warm is it?
But
But it was in Star Wars. This thing in Star Wars, he made that.
Dude, there's a company that makes, they're not real, they're synthetic, but I want one like more than anything in the world. It's like a bear coat. And then you can get a polar bear, you can get a black bear, you can get a grizzly bear. And it's like the head is your hood and it's got claws and shit. It is so awesome, man.
That's wild.
I need buffalo or one of my favorite animals.
Buffalo. I don't think I could kill a buffalo. Like, what's the point?
I knew a guy, like when he graduated high school, his parents paid for him to go out and he shot a buffalo bow.
Okay.
Dude, look at that thing.
They're just like, there's like cattle.
Wow.
Kind
These
of.
are sheep or-
You ever
sheep
been
and-
around them? They're
sheep and
intimidating
goat.
as hell.
No, but
Oh, buffalo?
buffalo.
A great buffalo story.
Dude.
Let me tell you the first buffalo, the only buffalo I've ever met. True story. So this is in Boonville, North Carolina, middle of nowhere, Appalachia. And there's a church, and across the street from the church, this guy had a buffalo, like in a round horse cage. Like buffalo lived his entire life there, and he was mean as shit, like always was. So you could walk up to him and he'd charge the gate. I mean, he's got to be pissed. He lives in like a 20 by 20 box.
Yeah.
For the last 5 years. He got out on a Sunday morning, and I was at church with I was a little kid, and that buffalo came across the street, came up the stairs into the church, and got into the actual church and started just like going crazy, right?
Nice.
Yeah. And so they're trying to figure out how to get him out, and the buffalo ran out the front door, and the farmer that owned it was standing out there and shot him when he came down the stairs and killed him.
Oh,
Right in
man.
front of the entire church. Yeah.
Nice.
I guess he kept getting down. He just got tired of it. And he's like, this thing's supposed to be, but the other thing too is, I mean, it ran into a church full of people. So he probably thought that like it hurt somebody, and he just better just go ahead and get it over with.
Yeah.
As well.
But yeah, buffalo, they can be very mean. I love when people in Yellowstone stop and try to talk to them.
Oh,
Watch
yeah,
those videos
man.
to the end.
Oh, yeah.
Please get closer. Please get closer.
There's nothing like seeing
Stupid bitch.
Just a
Buffalo.
little bit closer.
Dude, my cousin used to
Just-
raise, they used to raise buffalo and then they breed them with cows and they call them beefalo. Dude, the meat
Oh, nice.
was unbelievably good.
Gotta find that.
I don't know about any beef.
I need a buffalo.
Beefalo, dude.
We got some buffalo right here.
Eat that buffalo right there.
That's not edible.
It's a beefalo
Eat the
trace.
trace.
Yeah.
Do you finish the buffalo? Oh, let's do just the sip. Pour you some buffalo, and let's do it just the sip, and you just get 1 sentence to do a review of your buffalo trace.
Oh, I got to do a review of my Buffalo Trace.
There's a freshie right there if you want a little
Just
fresh.
get 1 sentence.
What'd you say?
Hold on.
Did you say, guys?
The
You
big
got the
bottle.
button?
Yeah, I got the button.
Hold on.
Oh, you got a liter.
Ooh.
It's a big boy.
Liter cola.
It's the liter cola.
When I
Ooh.
bought this, I said, this is for podcasting only.
Here's a liter of cola for you.
Oh, did you see Whistle Pig? Did you see Whistle Pig hired Farva to do their ads?
That's epic.
That is one.
It's hilarious.
It's very
genius.
Very genius. That is one drink I cannot
All right.
do as Whistle Pig.
All right, for those I've been here before, this is called Just the Sip, where we take 1 sip and then we give a 1 sentence review. All right.
Just the sip.
You boys like Mexico! I heard that last episode, but that was also good.
All right, 1 sentence review on Buffalo Trace. I should have said smooth, just the mess
Can't
with
say
that.
smooth.
Can't say smooth.
You can say it,
Hold on, let me get another
but
sip.
then you're never coming back on the podcast again.
Why is it spicy?
Why is it spicy?
That's liquor.
My review is it's the 1 sentence. It's the best value bourbon that I own today.
Okay.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, was
Just the sip.
great.
I'm all jacked up on Mountain Dew.
I hate you both.
I'm sick and tired. You are fake news.
Stop it. Make it stop.
The buttons are the best part of podcasting.
It's so much fun.
You can do whatever. When I used to play, I have this one just for, I don't play it anymore, but I used to play Call of Duty, and I had this thing set up, and this was one of the things that I would play.
I want to kill you. What would I do without you?
Yeah, stupid.
Don't you put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby!
Johnny.
You know what's
Well,
funny
here's
about
Johnny
Here's
and
Johnny?
Ricky Bobby.
Yeah.
My 2-year-old, I'm not even shitting. If she wasn't sleeping right now, I'd bring her out right now.
She's scary as shit.
She pulls out her finger and she goes, "Danny's not here, Mrs. Torrance." It is the greatest thing in the world, man.
Dude, I don't know how you did with those 2 kids. Like 2 little girls that look just like them. I mean,
It's
it's
hilarious.
scary.
Oh, man.
It's scary.
It's so funny.
They're adorable. Don't get me wrong, but it's it's every scary movie you've ever watched. But
They look like Annabelle. She looked like Annabelle.
Hence, easy load letter. What does that mean?
not quite Annabelle. But you get the blonde haired, blue eyed little scary movie, every scary movie girl, right?
Yeah, man.
You ever just look at her and say,
I am your father.
Why? Well, how do we get to this point?
I think she probably knows.
yeah, I'm actually out of buttons, so that's all we got.
I have
Oh, no, I
so
have a
many
whole stack.
more.
We have so many.
I have
think
so
I-
many more.
You done messed up, Aaron!
That's a great one.
Oh,
Nope, that's it.
that's it.
Empty.
That's it. No more buttons for me.
Thank God.
Yeah.
All right, I have 15 minutes and then I have to go home and file sales tax for my company or we get fined. So I'm a hard stop
yeah.
in 15 minutes, just so you guys know.
Can I push one more button?
Yeah,
Well,
go.
All right.
What do we want to do in 15 minutes? What do we got to do?
Whatever you guys want to do. What is
You
the,
guys want to do?
What is the button?
Oh, you want the button?
Yes.
Don't you put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby!
Oh, that
But
wasn't the
that's
one.
not it, 'cause you
that
already
wasn't
played
the
that
one.
That wasn't the one. You
That wasn't the one.
ruined
Oh,
it.
I'm so
Now you
sad
repeat it.
now.
You don't get to press any more buttons. You repeat buttoned.
Oh. Yeah, I deserve the boo.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I have it loaded now. Oh, I'm so sad.
Which one is it?
It's this one.
Can't believe it. If it isn't Mike Honcho himself, shake and bake, buddy! Shake it before you bake it!
You gotta shake it before you bake it.
Before you bake it.
So stupid.
The good one.
You offered it up the platter.
The good one. We load up all new buttons for episode 200. We got.
Yeah, we would definitely need to.
I got 16 buttons, so I got to load up 16 buttons.
I have too many buttons I can load up. Don't threaten
Yeah.
me with a good time.
Yeah, we have pages of buttons. It's 9 buttons and how
What do
many
you guys
pages?
use for that?
Yeah, what are you using for that? Is it on your phone?
No,
No.
it's on our Zoom,
So,
our
Oh,
P8.
is it?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's built right in, so
Nice.
you can just
I got
download them right in there, and then you
buttons
can do
galore.
literally pages and pages and
Yeah, the road.
pages.
I didn't mean to do that. The road has
Nice.
these buttons right here,
Mhm.
but there's 2 banks of it. You can. I don't know how to get to the second bank, but
Yeah, okay.
It's a little
You
hit
can
the
get it.
music note on the screen, and it'll pull up a top right corner. Hit that button, it'll pull up a screen. You can toggle left and right to the other. You
There you
should
go.
have 3.
cool.
So now you know.
So episode 200, yeah, more.
20.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Never mind. So you Gus, you're rocking the lockdown saddle, which is pretty cool, or whatever they call it these days, by Tethered, which is honestly is one of the most comfortable saddles I've ever sat in. You're
It's great.
potentially going to be rocking Austin's stick and platform.
Correct.
Matt, you've never used a one stick yet?
No, I haven't used a 1 stick. I've been 3 sticking it for 3 years. Well, this will be my 3rd year.
So if you're only 3 sticking, you might as well just go to a one stick at this point.
I'm gonna send Gus 4 sticks and a platform.
Cool.
Too kind.
You got it, dude.
Yeah,
I'm not
absolutely.
using them. I'm telling you, they're sitting in my shed right now. If you want to hang on, I'll send you a hang on too.
Yeah, like I'm
Oh no, I'm good.
I
plenty of other
figured.
shit. I don't need-
I figured.
Yeah. No, you don't want to do that. Even with the bracket, those hang-ons were pretty ridiculous. They were great.
If I
for
do a
what they were.
giveaway, I'll do my 1 stick thing eventually, and then we'll give away my cruiser saddle and your 3 sticks. And I mean, you don't have to do that.
We can figure it
I was
out.
just saying, I got a cruiser saddle I can give away.
Are you sending him the full-size Lone Wolf sticks?
Yeah,
That you had
I
forever?
have them. They're just sitting in there.
They're great sticks.
It's a good starter set, at
They're
least.
great sticks.
Yeah, it's
What
4
wheels start
Lone
with?
Wolf starter set. Well, I call it a starter set. It's 4 Lone Wolf full size sticks, and then out on a limb podium.
Yeah.
No,
No,
I've
it's
used-
Ridge Runner.
Ridge Runner.
Ridge Runner.
Ridge Runner 1.0.
Yeah.
The Ridge Runner was my initial platform. Austin bought it off of me and used it
Okay.
for years. And that was one of my favorite platforms of all time, honestly. The cam over system on it is just so freaking simple.
Yeah.
And it gets super nice on the tree. It doesn't have like a angled platform, but what's nice is there's like these 2 little.
There's like a big set screw. You can change the angle on it.
Yeah, you can change the angle, but you got those nipples that stick out where you put the strap on.
Yeah.
And dude, you put your toes up on those and you can just sit there and it's perfect. Like I loved that platform. If I had not gone to a one stick, I'd still be running it. But like, dude, it's super solid.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm really looking forward to not having to throw a climber on my back, but instead of backpack and some sticks strapped onto it, you know.
Dude, I'm telling you, send me
Looking
your
forward to it
address
a lot.
tomorrow and I'll ship them out UPS.
You really think about
Do you
it.
guys
man.
rock? You guys wear your saddle in?
I
Mhm.
do.
Yeah.
Unless I'm really
I
walking.
do
Like,
too. Yeah.
there's a couple spots I walk like over a mile in and I'll throw it in my backpack.
I still wear it.
do you?
Yeah.
I throw it in my
I wear it
backpack.
in because I can cinch it up so nice that I don't even notice it's there.
Mm-hmm.
I just do because I have to cross a couple beaver dams and some really deep water and stuff. So I don't wear it.
Yeah. I honestly, what I do is I take the leg straps and I don't even put them on. I take them and I tuck them into my left pocket, like
Oh.
into my thigh pocket.
There you go.
That way my leg straps aren't up and just riding, and I'll just run the saddle the way it is. Plus I have the suspenders,
Yep.
which is an absolute must. If you guys don't have suspenders on your saddles, buy them immediately.
Okay.
It is
I was wondering about that.
100% a must have for me for saddles. Like that's non-negotiable. And honestly, if you don't, Gus, especially like just because he's already sending you shit, I can send you my old pair if you want because I just bought a brand new pair from them. So
Oh, nice.
Yeah, suspenders would be key,
their new suspenders are
especially now that
badass, dude.
I've got the DAT gear thing that we bought at
Oh yeah, yeah.
there. So like you can hook this on the suspender and then it's got a big magnet on it. So I got a rangefinder on it.
Oh,
Dude, I'm so excited to get out and start shooting my bow. Ooh,
Is
man,
that
I
the
can't
jacked gear
wait.
one?
I'm not a yeah.
the
That's
one
what
you
I'm talking about.
finally got yours too?
Yeah, I just got it like last 2 weeks ago.
2
maybe.
weeks ago. Yep, me too.
Yeah.
That thing's
But that'd be
badass.
perfect for suspenders. You can clip it right in.
Well, the nice part is too, the suspenders that Tether does has like, I think it even has like a little bit of molly on it maybe, but it's legit. Like it's a wider suspender top and then like elastic that comes down from it. So like it actually rides a lot nicer as well. And it's not as stretchy.
Definitely
Like
have
my
to get that.
original ones are just all elastic bands. So it's just like, it's a little bit more stretchy, but you know, they're pretty cool too. But the new ones are sick.
I've put my tuxedo suspenders, the ones that clip on, like for like for a tux.
Yeah.
I've worn those once.
Yeah.
Just because I kept the cruiser one kept because I have no ass, so there's nothing to keep it up. So I had rocked it for that to walk in, but I took it off where I climbed. But
Okay. Yeah. So once I get
And
up
by the
in
way-
tree, I drop them down.
Oh yeah, you do. Okay.
Oh.
Yep.
By the way, from your last episode, a beaver's den is called a lodge or a bank den.
I think I said lodge.
You might have.
You did say lodge.
I think I
did say
came to
lodge.
it eventually. It was
Yeah.
tough.
Yeah.
Dude, beavers are out of control up here.
Yeah.
I did not know that they will attack you. That was I've never heard of that until your episode.
Google, yeah, if you want to
Cool.
sleep tonight, don't do it. But Google
Wow.
beaver.
This dude can sleep through anything. He should Google it.
Probably.
Yeah. Let's be honest.
Google beaver attacks kayak.
That dude gets
Terrifying.
fucked up by a beaver.
They are not fans of kayaks being in their area, dude. They will climb on a kayak and
God. I
tear
wonder
your
why.
ass up.
They're just very territorial.
Is that the guy with his daughter?
Maybe. I think you're right. Yeah,
he
I think it was
bites
with
like
his daughter.
the dude in the leg. Something like you can see like bone showing.
They'll like bite an artery.
Yeah, they fuck the dude up.
This
bad.
guy?
Yeah, I remember this one.
Yep.
He gets up on. I'm pretty sure he gets into his actual kayak.
They're terrifying, dude.
That might not be
I
it.
can't really tell. It's just some guy talking.
Yeah, just some fat guy. I don't know.
I was just paddling along on the boat, checking out the.
Oh, we got to hear his voice. I guarantee that's what he's.
This and beating him with the metal part. Figure that would do more.
It finally
No, he
let up
wasn't.
and went straight for
I'll find it.
I'd beat the shit out of him with the paddle. That's my go-to.
I'm
'cause I
going
don't have
next
my
time
gun
they're in
with me.
season. I'm gonna force feed them a couple 45 slugs. It'll be great.
I shot at one with my 308 once.
This
Fucking
guy's in a
awesome.
hospital after a beaver attack.
Yes, that might
Yeah.
be it.
Dude, they'll bite you in the free. They like sense your arteries and they go after them.
They got giant beaver teeth.
That's nuts. I'll have to go down the rabbit hole and find that.
Yeah,
I hate them, dude.
they don't. Mess
I did
with
not
me
know
too
they were
much.
that aggressive.
Yeah, they
And,
smack
dude,
their
if-
tails a lot at you. You know, usually you stay away from them. You're okay.
Go to
You
that
ever-
pond.
I knew this old man. He used to say that girl's got an ass like a beaver because they got a flat tail.
Beaver.
Oh, that's funny. Shit.
All right, we'll give you 5 minutes to clean up so you're not scrambling out the door. And
You're good, man. Yeah, no worries.
I appreciate y'all coming on, man. We always like doing this. They're always some of our longest episodes because we just get along so well.
I always have a good time, man. It's a blast talking to you guys. I've missed you.
Yeah, for sure. It's the only
Miss y'all, man.
podcast too. Like we can just sit on here for 2 hours and talk about nothing and everything.
Yeah.
all at the same time.
Yeah.
It's fun.
It's like
though.
I want to listen to your podcast, but I don't really want to talk to you in between because I feel like if we talk too much in between, we're not going to have anything to talk about. on the
Oh,
podcast.
we'll always have something to talk about.
yeah,
Yeah.
dude. I'm excited
I
for
like seeing y'all
200
message
too. Honestly, I appreciate that offer and in the fact
Be a
that
lot
you
of
guys
fun.
thought about us like for your 200 episode because I think that would be a blast too to like get people on from the Patreon. Like we've had some call-ins where some of our Patreon members have called in and whatnot, and it's fun. Like it's genuinely really fun, and to get that kind of interaction between the people that support you, because you know how it is. I mean, a lot of times people listen to your podcast and they just want to like talk. Like they want to intervene and interact in that podcast that you're recording. And that's what's so nice about us with our, our Patreon and having that Marco Polo app I showed you guys. Like people will start discussion in there, and we talk to these people live all the time. So to like put that into the podcast episode and do that would be a lot of fun. A lot of honesty.
I think it'd be a good time.
I agree.
Because ours too, man. Like our Patreon, it's all Discord, but it's like, I mean, some nights we get into it, and it's just hours of just back and forth making fun of stuff, and then next morning you wake up and like I can see when people delete stuff, I get a notification, so I see people go through and be like, couldn't have said that, fucking delete it. It's fine. I don't ever bring it up, but I think it's funny. It's
funny to.
Sorry, go ahead. Well, I've just said it 1,000 times. Like the person you are, really, the true person you are, is 2 drinks in, and it's like you get past that, and it starts shining through, and it turns out we're all the same. We're just trying to have a good time in this life and enjoy each other. And then when you put a Patreon together with hunters, and for us hunters and whiskey drinkers, it's just it gets out of control sometimes. It's a lot of fun, and I love them. I love their support, and I love same as y'all. I know that you guys love your patrons as well, and it's just a whole nother thing, man, to have that connection with people that actually believe in you and support you and trust you. And that's what keeps us going. It's like for us to put an episode out every week. I mean, as podcasters, sometimes that's hard to do.
It's very difficult.
But it's like we always try to make it happen. It's like we're not doing it for ourselves. I mean, we enjoy doing it, but it's you look at people that support you, you want to let them down. You want to make sure they have content.
That's
absolutely.
For sure.
At the end of the day, you only have about 5 more years to live, so you might as well do what the fuck you want, right?
100%, dude. That's the way I'm going to live the next 5 years of my life. Anyway.
Yeah,
I'm going to get extremely, and I'll be dead in 5 years, period, because I'm just going to live like. Yeah.
I'm buying a minigun tomorrow.
Dude, we
buying
should.
all the guns. I'm going to stop paying all my bills.
Yep.
Yep.
By the time collections comes around, it'll be too late.
Too late.
Yeah, fuck it.
Welcome.
Have an asteroid for breakfast on Friday the 13th in April.
Friday the 13th in April, 2029.
Oh, shit.
Mark your calendars, people.
Is it a Friday?
Yeah,
That's
it's
it.
Friday the 13th.
It is. It's Friday the 13th.
It's
It really
a
is. That's
Friday,
why I'm
too.
like, huh.
It might actually happen. I don't know. Scared.
You got to
Let's do a
work
live
the whole
podcast.
week to die on Friday. Fuck. That's worse than getting fired.
That's
on Friday.
shitty too. I might take that week off.
Are we
just in
gonna have to
case.
like plan this
Yeah.
out? Is it a payday? Payday Friday?
God, I only know.
It's midweek. 1st and 15th, dude.
I have Huntington. I get paid 2 days early, so
Quit flexing.
just saying.
Luckily,
man.
your money won't be worth shit.
Yeah, I don't know what I'll spend it on in a day, but
True.
all right, boys. Well, thanks again, man. Appreciate you
Okay.
guys.
Oh.
You know, obviously having
Yeah.
us, and appreciate you guys coming on.
course.
So it's
Yeah, absolutely.
it's always a good fucking time, man.
Yeah.
Absolutely is.
We're sharing this episode. So cheers to your people. Cheers to our people. And
Yes, sir.
we love y'all. Thanks you all
sir.
for doing this with us.
Yes, sir. Catch you later,
All
man.
right, guys. Appreciate it.